And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, I've seen him kill himself.
Oh, I got it.
Mr. Bean's giant hog.
Yeah, those two are tied together.
I'd be so
Mr. Bean's giant cock killed Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, I wish.
That's more appealing than every other part of Jeffrey Epstein's entire life.
Oh, I need to go.
Oh,
Every part.
hey,
This
bad
is yours,
news for the
right?
Yeah,
Brits.
okay,
I'm so
thank
sorry, Emma, because your boy, Prince Andrew, got indicted.
Oh,
Did he
yeah,
really?
Yeah,
Yes.
Good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You do
Rightfully
not need
so.
to apologize.
Fuck the monarchy.
Your boy.
My boy.
Your
And yet I have
boy.
a soft spot for
Not
the
my
queen because
boy.
she's fucking adorable.
All right, awesome.
Prince
awesome, yeah.
Andrew got,
So,
got
we've got-
indicted in the Jeffrey Epstein case.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah.
Quite the session today.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we're
sorry.
gonna have to
Anyway.
jump right in.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
No, on
Um,
task today.
Yeah, on
What?
task, on point.
Oh,
we
man.
got a
Oh my
lot
god, on
of
task?
things.
What?
I know, for us, it's so weird. We have a lot of snacks on the table, so if there's crinkling, it is because everyone is stressed, except for
Crinkle,
me,
crinkle.
because I am completely relaxed at all.
We might stress you out, man. You don't know.
At all times.
Yeah, maybe we have so much prepared as a team.
Heel turn in, we sprinkle straws and pass.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
Just
can of
kidding, let's go back
What's
to
up,
Palaki.
fucking nerd?
For you, oh bye.
go.
But yeah, we do have a giveaway that we've been doing, and it's on our
Yeah.
Instagram at Dicecream Sandwich.
Woo, 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 woo.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining in today.
Hi.
We're excited for you all to be
Hello.
here.
Oh,
We love
yo,
you.
can I pimp a project real quick that
Yeah,
I just
please
learned
do
about?
that.
Pimp.
It's not. I am not a part of it. I'm not affiliated at all. But I think it's super cool. I was talking about it on my Instagram and on my Twitter.
Now, is that a TTRPG?
It is a TTRPG, in fact.
Ooh.
It's a fan-made module called The Islands of Sina Una. It's created by Monstrous Incarnations on Twitter and on Instagram. It is a fan-made 5e module set in pre-colonial Philippines.
Whoa.
It sounds super fucking cool. I have backed it on Indiegogo. It's like $27 to back it and to get a digital copy. Super worth your time. It's got like new classes, new subclasses for classes. It's got a whole setting, new monsters. It sounds fucking incredible, and I'm pumped for it. So
That's so wicked.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. And I'm gonna quickly pump my
I also
shit
have a thing.
into
Yeah,
myself.
do it.
I'm
shit.
still competing in the Drag Derby, Eastside Drag Derby 2019.
Nice.
I've made it through a week free,
Yeah.
and I'm in the top 12.
Yeah!
It is at the clubhouse, which is main and first. It is doors
Vancouver,
open
BC.
7
In Vancouver.
in Vancouver, BC. Yes.
Yeah.
Right in first wherever you live. It's fucking cool.
So the doors are open at 7. Show starts at 8. It is free cover this week.
oh shit.
Hell yeah.
And it's going to be super cute. I landed in the top 3 somehow last week, so
Yeah.
I'm doing well. So
Somehow,
come see me be mediocre this week, and I might potentially make it through to the final week, the following
Good.
week. So
Top 3 ain't mediocre.
Yeah. Oh, and Dragon
Top
Prince is
8
free on
is.
Netflix.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah, Dragon Prince.
Dragon Prince is
For
over on
sure.
Netflix.
Which,
we were
by the
gonna-
way, fucking slay.
So
I
good.
have not watched yet.
I'm not gonna
So
spoil.
good.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
Thank
it
you.
fucking slays.
Yeah.
I need to get caught up and watch all of it, but I've been doing other things, and you will all see what those
None
are.
of us is allowed to guilt the
don't,
DM.
Jordy.
Yes,
One of
it's
my
so much fun.
favorite things happened in season 3.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's very
oh my
many
god.
good things.
Oh my god.
So
oh
much
my
shit
god.
happened.
That's enough. That's enough for
I'm
me.
not gonna say more.
When
Thank
dad's
you.
fucked,
Perfect.
right?
I mean,
In our hearts, yes,
Yeah.
many times.
season 1 we all decided.
Yeah.
So
Shipping it.
for the giveaway, Kev, do you want to do that now? Do you want to do it?
I have one more thing to plug before
Oh.
we go to that.
Oh, yeah.
Really
We
quick.
have
So pretty exciting news. We are going to be an affiliate with these awesome local dice maker folks, Adventure Dice. We don't have a code yet, but when we do, we'll publish it up on our
Code Mr.
Instagram. And that will give you, like, our awesome followers.
Speed.
Go for it. Here. Yeah.
Johnny
Don't
Dang
repeat
was-
Those will give our awesome followers a discount on their website, which is adventuredice.ca if you want to check it out. They do free shipping in Canada. I think they have reasonable shipping for the US as well.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah.
very
I would have to say
So reasonable.
Yeah, their Instagram is
So
at Adventure Dice, and yeah, these are their unicorn snot dice that I bought, and no lie, they have served me very well, and I've gotten lots of crits with them.
yeah.
And they're just super
They
nice folks.
have.
They're in
and
Langley.
They're super fucking cute.
Roll higher
So
on
give them a
that's
look and stay tuned for a discount code that we're gonna have, and in the new year we're gonna be doing a giveaway with them as well. So fucking get hype.
Yeah, so excited.
Yeah,
Local
we're gonna do
supporting
the announcement for the hero book
later in the.
Later in the session?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
we'll-
right. We're
Exciting.
teasing you.
Yeah, you
we
have
do
to,
want to
you're
jump
gonna have
into
to
it.
follow along
We're
and
edging you
read
the
along with
whole
us in
night
your book in
long.
order to
We've
get to the
got
giveaway.
some blue dice here.
Play with
Oh, yeah.
my hair.
Yeah.
Blue balls.
Right when someone dies, the thing they say when they go down is it's like, "Hey, read the winner." Okay.
And we just pause the stream on that. Yeah.
The winner is. Do you have any last words?
I'm trying this new thing where I
Alright.
only play with like 4 sets of dice
We
instead of
did
having like a gigantic dice rainbow
Oh,
across the table.
Let's do it!
All right.
I
We're
am-
Smash
we're
that
gonna
play
jump into
button.
the Amber Temple. Attempt 2. Run number 2.
Wow.
Two.
In 1 minute. We'll see you guys back here.
Woo!
It's not though, it's not.
And we are back. Alrighty. So, diving straight into
Yeah,
this
fuck yeah.
week's episode.
Let's do this!
Let's go.
Very, very quick question.
I just want.
Sorry.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Sorry.
okay.
So for my hit dice, I rolled a d10 and got 10. So do
Yo!
I get max?
You
Or
also add your constitution.
That is
Yeah,
not
so
the
that's-
first time that has happened
Oh.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it
12
happened
points.
really terribly for me one time.
Yeah.
Down
And then,
I got 2 twice in a row.
oh yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I got like
we
10
reroll
then 8,
ones
like I'm
because
high
I
up
don't
for
like
a
when somebody
ranger.
gains 1 hit point on a level. But yeah, two's are fair game.
Shit.
It's just.
All I was gonna say, guys, is I really hope we play with good sportsmanship
Yep.
Yeah.
and we show good values in our plays.
And let's
No.
not surprise
Let's
kick any doors.
play
this time.
dirty. Mm-mm.
Oh no, surprise kick all the doors, please. Yeah, it'll make me very happy.
Can,
So,
Okay, cool.
diving straight
Jordy
in.
wants it, we don't do it.
oh my god.
We pick up this week after the party last week having gotten everything in order, finishing off their last couple of pieces, making their way back from Argynvostold to Vallaki, and eventually off to Chris, where they picked up their accoutrement, Casimir, taking him to his destination of the Amber Temple.
Our accessory.
An accessory.
Okay.
Finding a way across the Selenka Pass with no issue. The cold biting, but the heart of cinnamon not allowing it to actually get into your bones or really affect you in any way beyond just a brief chill. You decided to camp at the ledge atop the final descent into the Amber Temple, about a good 1,000, 1,500 feet away. And we wake the following morning for the party, waking up, making their way down, now standing in front of the Amber Temple, and seeing the same sight that they had seen several weeks previously, although now with a little more experience under their belts and hopefully, a better outcome. So, as you get closer, you see that each of the statues outside is fittingly made of amber, depicting a faceless, hooded figure. Its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer.
I have a question, or a leaf with a question.
Yes,
Do those statues, now that we've been to Argynvostold, do they look anything like Argynvost?
they look completely different. They're kind of hawk-headed amber statues. You can imagine like gigantic humanoid size, but they've kind of got like a hawk beak head.
Does it look like the glimpses of the rock that I saw, the head?
It does not. The rock head's substantially longer beak.
theories.
The hawk head is a much shorter beak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they smell what the rock is cooking?
They smell like what the rock has been cooking.
Very good, thank you.
Between the two innermost statues is the same 20-foot tall archway with a staircase heading down into the snow. But you do notice that there is a pair of footsteps in the snow.
Footsteps.
Oh.
A single pair breaking
Fuck.
the snow, walking into the temple.
Can I look at these footsteps?
Oh, I'd like to take a peek at them as well.
Sure. Then both of you make survival checks.
As your local tracker.
Can I cast guidance on Elite?
You certainly can. So
Fuck
hit
yeah.
you for it.
I'm going to
Thank you.
give Les an encouraging pat on the shoulder.
This does not.
Sorry, what did you say? It was
does
survival check?
And that's what did you roll?
I got a 10.
Okay, so you kind of pat him on the shoulder and you push him down and you actually break off one of the footprints and he completely loses everything that he was.
You shoved me! God!
My bonus for
I was
survival now is
encouraging
so
you.
off the chain. 21.
21.
I rolled a 10.
So
with the guidance.
Off the chain.
What?
The footsteps are recent.
Jesse.
Likely within 2 days.
Did we see anything like this the last time we were here? Like, would it have been the people who were camped out there before when we first came?
Before you hadn't really noticed anything because the snow falls fairly briskly here.
Okay.
If somebody's been inside for more than 3 or 4 days, the snowfall would probably wipe away any trace. In this case, there's a chance that these footsteps may have actually been here when you went to camp the night before, and you just weren't close enough to notice them.
Do I see any wolf tracks around?
As best you can see, no. It's just a single set of footsteps. Looking around a little bit, you do see that there are imprints of horse hooves,
I see.
and then the hooves vanish.
They vanish, or
Oh,
they
'cause
like
they were
just
carrying
imprints
the horse
vanish.
part of the thing.
The hoof imprints vanish.
Oh.
Jesus.
Are you talking about our undead guy that we saw last time?
No, I was talking. And you know what? Never mind.
Okay.
It did not land.
Can't all be home runs.
I was making a reference to the footsteps that Christian
Oh, like,
Parable.
I got it.
Thank you.
Like, and then he was walking beside me the whole time
Yes,
in the
that's the
sand.
Oh,
It was Strahd. Okay.
Imagine that's
Strahd,
what
the
actually
whole
is in the Bible.
Yeah. Well,
Just
you
like
know,
at the end.
I mean, Jesus
It
is
was
kind of an
Strahd.
keeps
undead.
coming back to life. Okay. We should probably follow at a distance.
Aren't we camped? We're right next to the Amber Temple. There's no real following it. Does it lead away or into? Leads into,
Footsteps
right?
lead inside.
Okay.
So have
Who
we?
else would want to be
So you
coming?
you
we-
camped at the
we
top of a
camped.
massive escarpment.
Yeah,
but
you
it's quite
came down
close.
in the morning.
Okay.
It's about 1,000, 1,500 feet away. So at that
Okay.
range, you wouldn't be able to see footprints.
Right.
But as you get closer in the morning, you're kind of prepared for what's to come.
So there was
You
a
make your
horse
way
that
down.
Did you see a
disappeared.
rider? Like
We
the
did see a ghost rider.
Ghost Rider, though.
A ghost rider.
But that didn't
In the
leave
sky.
anything. That didn't leave anything.
What size are the horse footprints? Are they a little bit larger, like a draft horse, or like a war horse, or are they like more small, like a pony kind
Fairly
of size?
draft horse.
Okay.
Alright.
So this could potentially be those snow fucks from before.
Why the fuck would they want to come here?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, they were pretty camped in last time. They may have just come back after we left.
It's
We weren't
true.
there for long.
Yeah.
Well, let's go and let's check that room again. And it would be good to know where to have that room anyway, just so we have a nice, safe place to stay. But
Does anybody remember the direct way we went last time, by any
In-
chance?
And into the left, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Back
I think it
and
was
to
to
the
the right, actually.
To the right?
Oh, you might remember better than me, but I think that we went to the right, and that's where the room was, and then the flame skulls, and then
mind horribly because I have a fun new trick to play with. Finding that body from before. Where
the
we
one
got
that was
the
burned
wand
in the hallway.
with the wand and the face. So
Oh,
I
that
can
was a
maybe-
different room than
maybe
the
give it a
first
quick
one.
talk. I can talk to those guys now,
Right.
like the animals.
The one that we found the wand of secrets.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
That's
that room.
There was some people in here last time we were here talking, and I don't think we ever reached out to them, did we?
We fought them.
Well, I can talk to
Those
them. I can talk to
No,
them.
we fought them and we like banished them from
Yeah,
the.
they're pretty
We
gone.
sent them on their way.
We
Yeah.
sure did.
They saw Elite's fancy fur coat. And
Are
they
we
were
just like
"Yo."
arguing outside right now? Where the fuck?
I said, let's just move in. Let's keep
Yeah.
moving in, and let's try and get back
Agreed.
to that room. I mean, I want to try and find the dead guy room real quick, just so I can. see
Maybe
what
we
he's
should
about.
go in a little bit
That was one of the
quietly if
first
we're gonna have
Yeah.
Ones
company
we
in here.
found
Yeah,
with
can
no
we-
issues of any
Yeah.
sort.
Cool.
Guys, maybe we should go in a bit quietly if we're expecting company. And
What?
Do you want me to make that a little easier on us?
That would
think
be
so.
much
Okay.
appreciated.
Yeah, I think that's
So
a good
right before we
idea.
go in, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace to get the maximum 1 hour.
Elite, may I also recommend that do your best to keep an eye on footprints.
I mean, once we get inside, there's only so much I can do. There's footprints in the dust, but
They might be wet.
that's true.
They might
I mean, I will. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for tracks, whatever,
like
or
we
signs
didn't
that
know.
someone's passed through when we get inside.
You're keeping your perception active.
Mm-hmm.
Casting Pass Without Trace, everybody's stealth.
Yes.
Alrighty, I'll get everybody to roll a stealth check and add a plus 10 bonus.
Additionally, I'd like to keep my own perception active because I've got
Yeah,
you know,
you've
good
got you've got
Oh,
those of you with the high passive
That's fun. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. same.
We got the exact.
We
What's
got
that?
the exact same dice roll.
God
What?
damn it!
Oh, we're
That's
murdered.
crazy.
We're done.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
But it's plus 10, so.
Plus 10, yeah.
Wasted money on an
40.
ape doc.
40. Less.
23.
23. Doc?
18.
18. That's with the plus 10?
Yeah. Yeah.
18
Not great.
with the plus 10 and the disadvantage.
18 with the plus 10 and the disadvantage.
18.
39.
39.
Okay.
So-
Almost got you.
Battle of the
So
two.
close.
What also is the order that you're going in? Because the entrance is 10 feet wide, so you can go 2 by 2 or in a straight file line, up to you.
I'd probably be closer to the back.
I think I'll go first, probably.
I'll be behind.
I'll be
It seems to go like
Front,
1, 2,
middle-ish.
3,
No, third,
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough.
So just
Alright.
for reference,
Seems to be
So-
the
some
same.
minis out.
Approaching order.
So this, if we
Shit.
wanted to,
Oh boy.
we've got a little one of these guns here.
It's rumble time.
And that will connect to one of these guys.
Jordy, I sent you an email with the files.
Perfect.
Download those right now. Files. Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Whoa,
That'll go
whoa.
across.
They'll look
in front of you.
Rooney.
The fuck?
Do you want it this
There you
way?
Yep, and that piece just kind of hits the middle of that. So, icy steps descend 10 feet down to a time-ravaged hallway with a pair of arrow slits on each side of the walls. You remember these as the rooms that you went in, the secret door rooms, where you found the Wand of Secrets and the dead magicians on one of the sides.
Cool.
Beyond the hall lies nothing but vast darkness and a freezing wind. But making your way to the bottom of the stairs, a 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with a shattered railing overlooks a vast temple about 30 feet below. Black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descend 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling, 30 feet above the balcony, so making the whole chamber about 60 feet up. Both the walls and the ceiling are covered in an amber glaze. Without any light sources, the gloom is oppressive. Got a little bit kind of trickling in from the snow outside, but beyond that, it is pitch black.
Does anybody mind if we pop quickly into that room with the dead guy?
Well, I'm gonna throw my goggles on.
Okay, goggles are on.
I have dark vision.
Dark vision. Only person who's currently blind is Leaf.
I'll keep close to the leaf.
I was going to say, probably it'd be best if someone can sort of guide Leaf. I don't think it'd be. I think the element of surprise and stealth is best to have here.
Yeah.
I'd rather us not bring up light, but
Yeah.
perhaps someone can lead him
I can kind of walk with leaf
Yeah.
in front. If you want to put your hand on my shoulder.
The amount of light that's trickling in, you can basically see the edge of the balcony where the broken railing is, and the rest of it is just black.
Oh.
Ready? So, a set of amber doors, for those of you with dark vision, stand closed at the west end of the hallway. So that's on your left-hand side.
Okay.
Those are the ones that you remember passing through to meet with the mountain folk, and then another set of doors that Les kicked down and then eventually closed, which is where the flame skulls were previously.
Okay.
On the right side, an open door leading into a room currently unlit that you're not really able to see any details inside.
Which was the room with the dead dude?
The room with the dead dude was on the left-hand side of the hallway, so if you walk down this hallway, there's kind of a little entry off to the side into a side room.
I wouldn't mind popping in there super quick.
Okay.
We can go there.
Go for it. So you pop into the room, secret door that you opened previously, still available to you, and you're able to pass inside without any issue. Body still remains.
Cool. I want to talk to him. I speak with Dead.
Okay, so can you read Speak with that for me?
Yes, you can, friend.
You grant the semblance of life and intelligence. Probably the flavor text isn't super important. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead.
The corpse is not undead. The corpse does not have a mouth.
Oh, doesn't he have like his jaw?
No, he's got a top jaw. He doesn't have a bottom jaw, so it's not
This
Gotta
guy.
find the bottom jaw. That's the quest
That's
now.
the secret. Fuck. Okay, well I tried, guys. We'll find another guy to talk to.
Another
There
big
was a
guy.
dead body in the room with the hallway with the flame skulls.
Oh yeah, well we'll get to him.
I mean, not that we want to go back there, but
So,
Try
you,
the other hallway.
so you've got the two directions. You've got the open doors on your right and the closed doors on your left that you do remember, or of course descending down into the darkness if you want to do that.
Well, we know what door number 1 leads to. We might as well go to the one we haven't done before.
I think we
any-
should clear the other one.
Does
first.
anyone hear anything?
yeah, I've
Oh,
been,
yeah,
Anything
actually.
with good.
I've been keeping my perception pinged on,
Yeah,
especially for.
passive.
Yeah. Passive listening around as silently as you possibly can in the area. You're not hearing any sound.
Sorry, quick question. Is my passive perception doesn't go up with my proficiency? Increases
Are you
it.
proficient in perception?
In wisdom, yes, I am.
And perception,
Perception.
you would
Yeah.
be, yeah, so it would
Yeah.
juice.
So it would also increase. Your passive
So
would
it's
also
now
increase.
17 instead of
Oh
16.
shit, actually, yeah, mine's
Oh,
too.
actually.
Yeah, there's a bunch. We leveled to level 9. There's proficiency bonus increases. It's
Whoopsie.
been 4 levels.
I just realized I've never increased my passive perception.
Oh yeah, so that should definitely be bumped up.
I can hear everything now.
Guys, I think maybe instead of opening the doors we haven't gone through yet, we should clear the space we have gone because we know what's in there.
I think the opposite.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
agree.
don't go.
We don't-
We shouldn't go into like the skull place, but we should make sure that room is still clear in case we need it.
I think that's not a bad
We don't
idea.
know that room's doors are both closed. What if we go in there and the hallway door is
Also
open?
true.
Then we can peek and we can close the door behind us.
All right.
That's my thinking. at
I
least.
mean,
But there's
crack
there's
the door
already a
and let
door
Rick
open
see
here.
it?
We can just peek into.
I
This
could
Yeah.
crack the door and let Rick
space.
do
I
it.
think we should clear the doors that are open and leave the ones that are shut.
Okay.
Till, right?
At least we can just peek in here. There's one already open. We can peek in there and see if there's anything in here.
why?
Look, I can't
I'm-
see shit right now. I'm just going with you.
I'm willing to do whatever the group wants.
I
agree.
just wouldn't mind having like a base we can work out of in case we need to go back to a place.
Yeah.
That's my only thinking.
But those doors might open. There might be another creature in there of some sort.
Yes, but we can also kill another creature of sorts if we need to.
Sorry, I do have an amendment. You've actually been through the doors on the right as well. You went through those doors. It's a very specific thing. You found a giant hole in the floor,
Oh right.
and this was where you gained access to the second set of archers' rooms that were off
Oh.
flanking.
Right.
So you have been in this. Passing into that room, however, there's the hole in the floor that no one looked in or descended into, and there is a hallway, a long hallway, about almost 100 feet, that then passes further down. And again, darkness hit your vision before you were able to see anything.
Can Rick see in the dark?
Does he have a dark vision?
I don't remember.
It goes dark a long ways because
feel like
my
you would.
Oh, he does.
He does?
my dark
Yeah,
vision is
what's the range?
150 feet and we couldn't see past that.
I just wrote dark vision.
Probably
It's
60.
I would
probably
assume
60
60.
feet.
Yeah.
So for him, it would be blackness. You could send him out if you wanted to.
Can I just can I stealth him and send him like down the hole to take a look, just slowly into the hole, see what's up?
Would he be covered by a leaf stealth as
Oh yeah,
well?
he would. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been. So you can roll a
Look,
stealth check for Rick.
Oh, so of course he's better than me at this.
He's
so
an
good.
invisible imp.
He's a potty.
Oh, he would actually be at advantage because he's invisible too.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Sick.
Well, that's even better. That's
Wow.
31.
31. Okay.
Fuck yeah, Rick.
31 for old
Nice and
Rick.
fine.
Hey, I didn't get fuck yes for my 40.
Yeah, but you're not an
I didn't
adorable.
actually
I
hear
gave you
your
a fuck
40.
yes for your 40.
Did you?
You're-
Okay,
I
thanks,
fucking
Jordan.
asked you.
You're not an
I
adorable
didn't hear you,
Hawaiian
I'm
themed
sorry.
imp.
Sorry.
Yeah,
You're not
no.
an adorable Hawaiian themed imp.
Does Hawaii
I'm an
exist in the
adorable
form?
bald lady.
Apparently, yes.
That's what I am.
Look, he's got an aloha shirt on. That's all that matters.
He's Donald Ducking it.
He is Donald Duck. Of course he is.
Can we please get a Rick mini with the whole
my
Donald
God.
Duck?
Believe me, I've been looking.
All right. So, sending Rick out, sending him into the hole in the floor.
Yeah, just real slow.
All of you are inside the room, just kind of waiting for him, or are you standing in the main hallway?
Oh, I think we're gonna stay in the main hallway.
Yeah.
And let him
Wait
go.
for him to do his thing.
So let him vanish off, and you see him start to descend. Well, actually, you don't.
And I just want him to like telepathically let me know what he's seeing.
So the hole in the floor forms a roughly hewn shaft that descends about 20 feet at a fairly sharp angle.
Nice.
Are you
But
laughing
there
at
seems to
roughly
be
hewn
decent
shaft?
enough handholds and footholds available if you decided to climb down. Making his way down, Rick can see another floor solid below that, roughly a 10-foot drop from where the shaft ends. In that room, Rick sees.
It's like a 30-some stealth, right?
31. He's doing okay.
He's doing okay. In that room, Rick sees. The room has walls of glazed amber, a floor of red marble, and a rough-hewn shaft that he just ascended through. 3 amber sarcophagi stand in alcoves, and above each sarcophagus floats a human skull wreathed in green flame.
Oh, another fucking skull.
Those guys look like the guys.
Look pretty similar to the ones you saw before.
So we know not to make noise because it's gonna be like fucking Lord of the Rings where they come up the thing.
Are we
Dun, 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 dun.
are we hearing
Oh,
about
so
this in
they-
real time?
I can.
Well, the doctor's hearing about it
Okay.
from Rick, and you're recommunicating.
Oh, yeah,
Does anybody know if those things are vulnerable if their sarcophagi are destroyed?
Yo, hold up. Rick has not gotten their attention, right?
No, he seems to be silently passing by.
The sarcophagi say anything on them?
looking around as best you can without getting into really immediate range of the creatures. They're just made of solid amber. They seem to be almost a single piece without lids, as if a sarcophagus was fully encased in amber.
I see. But there's no like plaques or anything to indicate who these guys might be?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well, we know what's behind door number 2 now. More skulls.
So it was red marble floor.
Red marble floor, and then the amber sarcophagi, 3 of them.
Should we peek in this other room just to see what's in door number 3?
Okay, hold up.
Do we want to shut that door?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Probably not the worst idea. I'm gonna pull Rick back and shut the door so now we know that that's there.
Okay.
Quietly.
Yeah,
shut
of
the door.
course.
And
Just really
yeah,
slam it loudly. Less, if you wouldn't.
Hey, just checking right now. We're looking for something behind amber doors, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
I think that's the gist.
And there seem to be amber doors down there. Were there?
Yeah.
Or was
There's
it just...
amber doors everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking annoying.
We need.
The
Yeah.
sarcophagi, they were empty.
No, they're sealed shut. It's essentially just giant stone slabs of amber that look vaguely like sarcophagi or like something is maybe enclosed inside them.
Cool.
Yeah, that's.
Just
Was
like
there
a
any
big
hallways in
insect.
the room or doors?
Single door.
Okay, but so there's another access to that room.
Yeah.
Wait,
Seems to be from the area below. Yeah.
Okay.
there's.
Yeah, we go down.
Yeah, we just go. There's like a stair. Like we're on a balcony, right? We just go down. So it
Yeah.
probably just links back in
Yeah.
Yeah,
somewhere.
we could kind of do it like love in an elevator. Live it up when we go down. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, let's go see what's in this other space over here.
Yes.
To the hallway.
Yes, let's.
Right.
The
Alright.
bit per minute count is just so down from last
been with
episode. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna do it all.
Please,
So
please
stressed
do.
right now.
Or nothing at all. Because it's now or never.
I can't see shit.
Shot through the heart.
Your hand's on my shoulder, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Looking
Really, I'm
into
just
the hall,
wanting a bunch
those
of
of you with
guidance.
dark vision, you see glazed amber covers the walls of this 20-foot wide, 20-foot long, massive arched corridor. Sorry, 20-foot wide, 100-foot long, massive arched corridor. Looking through the open set of doors in front of you, you see a second set of amber doors on the far wall, specifically you.
Yeah, I have 150 feet of dark vision.
Yeah, I believe you're the only one with more than 60 feet, so everybody else is in the dark on this.
So that we're at the end of the very end of the hallway. There's more amber doors.
Correct. The rest of you, a single closed door is in the middle of the wall on your right-hand side.
Do I see anything else that looks suspicious anywhere else in the hallway? There's
Looking
only the
around
one
a
door
little
to the
bit.
right and then the end.
Yeah, so it's one door to the right, everybody sees that, and you see just at the edge of your vision another door at the far end of the hallway, which is also open. The one on your right, however, is closed.
Elise, try these on for a second. And I'll hand Elise the
It's
goggles.
like super bright.
But like, keep my hands on the straps.
Yes.
So you plunge yourself into complete darkness.
Yeah.
Pass the goggles over.
She gets an extra 60 feet of dark vision.
Okay, so you get 210 feet of dark vision.
Fuck.
You're literally
Right to stay. Yeah. Alright, so do I see what's through the door at the end?
through the door at the end. You see another chamber, and then a wall on the far side. And beyond that, it's a little bit tough to tell because you're kind of just looking through a slightly open door. But you do notice with the additional dark vision that there are a little bit more detail. There's a little more detail that you can see in the hallway, and there are long carved cracks in the floor, seeming like dragged claw marks of some kind on the walls and on the floor inside.
I extremely quietly share that with the rest of the party.
Okay, good to know.
Do we have any concept of
return
the,
return
of
goggles.
Alora's
the
goggles.
footprints? Have we caught any moisture or marks in the dust?
Nothing. The amount of, or the distance from the entrance of the chamber where the snow ends until
Yeah.
you hit that balcony is far enough that any footprints would have vanished.
A leaf. Do those claw marks remind you of the ones that we saw in Castle Ravenloft?
Good question.
Much larger.
Oh, good to know.
Nice.
Less. I'll say that they're less
Yes.
sharp claw marks and more like
gouges?
brute
I hope
gouges.
someone knows how to hold a monster. Oh, I do.
I mean, brute gouges, mystery shafts.
So,
Oh my goodness.
what are
Yeah,
our
we're
options, you
jumping.
guys? We can.
We've got door number 1, flaming skulls. Door number 2, shiny tombs, more flaming skulls. Door number 3, big fuck off monster.
Well, we also have these closed doors. Hey, Jordan.
We also have just
Yeah.
going
Yeah, going through.
Continue.
Yeah. So
through the main way.
yes, that's what I was thinking. So we have there's kind of like the arrow slits on this side, right? With
Yep.
with the skulls,
Mhm.
and this was the path that we almost went down.
Correct.
Okay, so That's the same on the other side, right?
Yeah, you can also see there are arrow slits that look down.
Oh yeah, because they can shoot through the arrow
Can I
slits.
have Rick just, again, using... His stealth has not expired, I assume?
Oh,
No,
fuck.
that's still fine.
Can I have him take
That's
a
why
look
we
at
didn't do
those
it
arrow
that
slits
time.
just
We
to see
gotta
what
make
he
sure
sees?
there's
Sure, to look down.
Yeah.
60-foot dark
Because
vision
if
for him.
there's something
He looks
happening,
down into
they're
the
gonna
Flaming
blackness.
skulls can just shoot.
Doesn't see
fire at us.
anything.
We're not gonna be able to do it.
Seems to be outside of his view.
Oh, like in the arrow slits?
Yeah.
On the other side, right?
Oh, he's over the main area, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Over the main area, so you fly him out over, like, outside the hallway that you
Yes.
are walking.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So he flies out over the center of the main area, gets a good 50, 60 feet out, starts to look into the arrow slits, and then you lose your connection with Rick.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Well-
fuck.
Good news. Looks like there's more than guys, maybe. Because old Rick, I'm gonna have to call him back later.
We would have seen
He's
if
busy?
there was like fire.
Oh, yeah,
shooting
did
out
we
of
see
it.
anything?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
If you just got headed out the side,
I would have.
there's
mean-
nothing.
Wait, and this was a 31 stealth still?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Good to know.
Oh fuck.
So, guys, we're gonna have to fight these guys eventually.
That's
Yeah.
Like, we can't just keep running from these skull men.
And if we need to come back through this main entranceway,
fucking skull.
say we're running away with a fucking sword of sunlight, someone's chasing us,
The other one.
and then we just get fucking sniped
Yeah.
by flaming green skulls.
Do we have any?
Sorry, how many hit points does Rick have?
But,
Is it less than 50?
well, yes.
It's got like
Oh,
three.
well, yeah.
Is it less than 50? Fuck.
It is less than 50.
Yeah. You see nothing.
Okay.
Do we have
No
any?
light, no sound.
Okay.
Is anyone able to do like group defense
No.
things? None
Sorry,
of-
Luke.
You mean like the Romans?
Do you mean magical spells that
You want
collect
300 this shit?
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
spells that protect all of us at the same time?
Yeah.
What about the other 299 less?
Or
Anyway,
like-
not the point.
Because we're gonna get like they shot fireballs at us
That's not
that
whatever killed.
So I
Rick.
did spend some
The
time
skulls.
learning a new
No.
spell.
No,
There's a medium.
it's definitely
There's
not.
something
Just as a
else.
reminder as well, you at least do remember sending
But-
out your dancing
It's
lights,
something
I know,
with
and
the
they
fucking
evaporated.
and
statues.
they also went down.
Oh,
Is it the
Oh.
statues? Give me the
Right.
Shadow of the Colossus? Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Let's climb this
No.
thing.
So
Okay.
Sick
we
reference
had
now.
there was an
Anti-magic field.
anti-magic.
Yeah.
And Rick is an inherently magical
That's
creature
fair.
who's
Yeah.
brought
Does
here
Rick die though when
through
we're at
magical
the-
means.
He'll be fine. He'll
No,
come
no,
back
no,
tomorrow.
no. But has he had any issue when we're at the other anti-magic field?
Right, was Rick in?
Oh no, he didn't have any.
There's
issue.
some shit that can see past a 31 stealth passively, I guess.
And then fucking gank.
We don't know what
Not-
kind
with
of.
Silently.
How can we guarantee it's the exact same type of anti-magical field, though? Perhaps
That's
it's more
true.
powerful.
That's true.
Throw some magic at it, maybe. Let's not. 'cause
I mean,
don't
we've
want
already
to
done
waste
that
spells.
as much as we could. My cantrips.
So guys, I
Yes.
think we just pick a hallway.
I think we should go down this one. Honestly,
Do we
things with
wanna
big
see
fuck
what-
off claws we
do we-
can defeat. But
Do we want to see what's through this one single door? Just like peek through it?
Yeah, why not?
But
Let's
do
do
we
it.
want? Okay, so I
Rick's
don't want us to argue ourselves to fucking death. But what I don't think it's a very good idea to be going through a mystery door with another door open down to the end of the hallway with giant fuck off gouges in the
Yeah,
floor.
I'd
That's
say
a fair point. Let's
if there's
go with
open
claws.
doors, we should go through the open doors instead of opening more doors. So we have multiple doors open.
Yeah, we could. Oh,
on
we
us,
can come back to this
behind
other
it.
one.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
clear
We
it
can
as we
come
go.
back after.
Let's
I
go
think
do
that's
that
Okay.
Alright, Mr.
So
Big Claws it
logical.
is then.
You know, I like taking down a big creature.
You sure do.
I mean,
You know what they
yeah.
say about creatures with big claws?
Yes.
Big
That's all.
shoes.
So making your way down the hallway. Leaf has
Is
to be.
it complete darkness right now?
It is. There's no light sources at all. So those of you with dark vision, your dark vision essentially, because there is no light of any kind, you're seeing in black and white.
So I'm gonna go a
Like a cat.
couple feet
I'm
ahead
seeing in black right
of
now.
everybody.
Yep. So you have your dark vision back 30 feet.
Does myself get a bonus for being in darkness?
No, you just don't
'Cause-
have disadvantage because you're a drop.
No, but because of my umbral sight feet.
What is
So I'm invisible to creatures using dark vision to see.
Oh, okay.
Complete darkness.
Good to know. Yeah, so it is complete darkness, so you are invisible to them.
Okay.
We're getting some shit on casting.
Making your way down, really kind of instinctively looking through, as you said, you were kind of keeping an eye out. You kind of glance
Yes,
through the
no.
arrow slits, looking through the first one,
Love
you
to try
don't
it.
see anything. Second one, you don't see anything. Third one, you've moved another 30, 40 feet down. You do notice now that the statue is in full view, and you see that there seems to be somebody kneeling at the base of the statue.
Okay, Okay, I'm gonna like. And just
It's, the arrow slit is like this wide. Where you're kind of just like passively looking through it, nothing, and then you kind of do a double take and realize that there's someone there.
So wait, was it just the where the? Hang on just a second.
Yeah,
The field that I could see through wasn't in front of the statue, and then when I got to the one that had the view of a statue, or was it that I could see the statue through the arrow slits, and they wasn't there, was there?
No, you couldn't see the
Right,
statue,
okay.
couldn't see the statue, could see the statue, and could see the
Wanted-
person.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't some kind of like jump scare bullshit.
Can I see the person?
With your dark vision, 60 feet?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Damn it.
You can't even see the statue. Elith is the only one who can see in the darkness that you're in right now.
So question, this is an arrow slit.
I mean, yeah. I
How
could
are
just
they?
pop some arrows into him.
How are they kneeling? Like
In prayer, are they? Do they look
question.
injured?
Seems to be in prayer as best you can see. Two knees down, or one knee down on the ground, one knee up, and kind of arm on the knee.
Dang, I know it's
and
the
down
right-
and head bowed as well.
I know it's the right time to run a bit. Should we cast thaumaturgy and pretend we're talking as the statue?
Can we actually? Can we for reals?
Entirely up to you.
Hang on just a
I
second.
mean, I can.
Also, I can't see shit, so I'm just
Wait.
coming up with stuff right now.
I think that Les has a talent where he's able to. Les, what is it that you were telling me you were able to do?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see this person because it's too fucking dark.
Right, but is there a position where we could maybe get Les in where he can watch this foe for a minute and we can then learn a little bit about.
If he uses your goggles, will he be able to see this boy?
So, what is your dark vision range?
I think you might have more because you're in the water.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Well, it's weird because the feet race, like the race and the feet on the race says for tridents when they're underwater and like in super dark areas they can see really well.
Sure, yeah,
I don't know
gotcha.
how that works.
Got it right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
You're so speedy. I just want. Are we moving these?
I know. I'm
They're so
attacking
good.
These. Do you want to switch?
No,
to the-
I don't want any of those near me.
Are
I'm
we,
okay with the after
Okay.
eight.
Are we talking about being able to read this guy's
Tritons
lips?
do not have dark vision.
Oh,
What? Fuck.
there you go.
Shit, we shouldn't have asked.
What was the idea? Sorry.
So, less actually, you would need to be holding on to somebody as well.
Yeah,
Hold on to a
I'll hold on to you.
Oh, that's much better.
that's good.
Keep them safe.
Yes, good.
Sorry, I'm just double checking here.
Tank
so I wanna
touch.
Make sure.
Oh, look, what was your
I'm gonna
idea?
be a
Amanda?
parent.
It's in the book, and I want to make sure I'm giving the right ruling on this.
Amanda?
Someone's.
What was your idea?
Oh, get Les
So I have
to
know your
watch
enemy, so if I
the
look at
enemy
someone for
for
a
a
few minutes,
minute,
I can suss out.
observe
like-
him for a minute, them for a minute, and then Les can get their
Favorite.
weaknesses
Oh.
And they're organic, so it's non-GMO.
I mean, I have a
products
feat
make nervous.
whereby if I can see their mouth moving, I can read their lips.
Okay.
So if I can get a beat on what he's saying,
I'm not sure he's praying
Or
though,
they're saying.
or if he's actually
are they
saying
saying
anything.
anything? Okay.
You can only see the back of his head.
Oh shit, yours is in Volos, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did
This
I-
break brought to you by Volos.
You guys want me to
You
I
need a
can-
monster? It's
Bring
Volo
it up
time.
as well.
Yeah, I can read some of my trip right now.
My name is Enabita Arthur.
Tell us the mushroom story.
Oh yeah. Actually,
One
I
time,
really do want to know. Oh my god.
As
Bradley.
leave.
I'll read it in character. Plants are on one level connected to this level of creation that I feel we, now I'm going to change this, as furbolgs, have evolved out of a purpose. Like a hand that willed a thumb to exist. Something called forth, and I'm merely channeling these thoughts through the medium of writing. The auditory hallucinations are phenomenal.
Can we RP a drug chip?
I would love that. I really do want. Now I'm like I want to.
New quest.
The mushrooms of glory.
Yeah,
Barovia.
Patreon only.
Yes, you do not.
We were
have
all
dark
watching
vision.
that
Yeah.
episode.
bro.
we were all talking about
so
Patreon.
just to clarify here as well, so 4 people in the party currently have dark vision. 30 feet, or is it 60 for the goggles?
60.
The goggles
60.
give 60.
She puts magnifying glasses. On them it's 60.
Goggles.
Yeah,
Some of the
60.
goggles say
Okay, so
60.
60 for the goggles, 60 for the half elf, 60,
60.
150. Okay, so yeah, so Elite is the only person who currently has the range to be able to see that. Everybody else, you just see inky blackness.
Right.
Inky black.
And only with the
There.
goggles.
You're seeing inky blackness.
Yeah, you see inky blackness at 60.
No. Elise only saw them with.
No, without.
So Elite
okay.
put the goggles on to look down the hallway,
Okay,
saw what was
okay.
on the other end, took them off, gave them back to you,
Okay.
glanced out the arrow slit, and saw this.
So maybe we should just keep moving forward. We know this person's here.
What kind of range does your sword have for? Or is it only if someone's attacking?
My sword?
Yeah.
The
Does
the
it,
alarm thing?
Oh, the bow.
Oh, my bow. Yeah,
Wow.
it's only that I can't be surprised by an
Oh.
attack.
oh, I was really hoping for some real Lord of the Rings shit of like it's
Yeah.
blowing.
Drums in the deep. No.
Alright, let's just keep moving forward then.
So even if we went to go approach this figure, I mean, we'd be moving past these arrow slits. We don't know what would happen. Last time we did figure out that if we were just to approach down, then it was possible that the flaming skulls could fire at us.
Right.
So I think it's best for us to keep on our current course. Whoever's down there will be dealt with in due time.
We'll catch up later.
Oi.
Okay.
There's some weird shit going on.
Making your way
like
to the
this.
end of the hall, the walls and ceiling in the eastern portion, so on your right side of this bare stone room, have both collapsed. To the west, another set of open amber doors. The walls have empty iron torch sconces hammered in, and in the center of the room, dominating it, is a 10-foot tall statue of a jackal-headed warrior made of cracked amber. You suddenly hear a loud grind from the statue as you take a step in, as the head that was looking forward slowly
None of us
rotates.
ever said we were stepping into this room just yet, did we?
No, you're at the end of the hallway.
Oh, okay.
Right, because you're going through the open doors. Right. It's kind of more so that it's noticed your presence, not that you step foot into the room.
Oh.
Slowly rotates to look at you, and the fists at each end of the solid arm clench, releasing a small shower of cracked amber pieces to the ground.
that's
I need all of you to roll initiative.
Yo!
Hey!
So let's go ahead and make this into a proper hallway. So
Oh boy.
that's our
Oh
hallway there,
boy, indeed.
and then we're also in a room on the other side.
I've always wanted
It's
It's just, you just said initiative.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does my initiative bonus go up at all with the proficiency bonus?
No,
Sorry.
no one is proficient with initiative. It's just your dexterity bonus.
Who is
Okay.
efficient? Proficient with initiative. Anyone?
Nope. There's no. The only class that gets that is Bard. For what's called the Jack of all trades feat, they get to add half their proficiency to anything they're unskilled in.
I think it's
It'd be kinda
inappropriate
cool if we had a
that bards
bard.
would take initiative.
Oh well. No big deal.
All right. So initiative for everybody, please. 25 to 20.
24.
24. Okay. 1 second.
Would the bard play their flute?
They would definitely play a flute.
Skin flu.
Yeah, right? Man, I played flute in high school. I got so many comments, especially when I went to band camp.
Natural 1.
Use
Yes!
something to protect yourself with.
All right.
Yes.
So Elite first as usual.
We always love to hear Jordy say
Oh.
natural one on his initiative roll.
Yes.
So Elite, Allura,
Can't have no love without
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
Yeah, 13.
15.
Not for me.
10 to 5.
6.
Alright.
Did you roll on that one?
There we
And 5 to 0. 4. Doc. Les, what'd you roll for initiative?
Got a good old 4.
Yeah, my boy.
Doc and Les.
It's Doc. Fuck off.
Alright.
Yeah,
But
let's hear it.
I'm holding your hand right now. or I
I'm
was
grieving the
holding.
loss of a friend.
Understandable.
Only one of the party.
And
members.
Tell me where to poke.
And I'm happy.
That's
Les.
what he said.
Wow.
So, top of the round, Elite, you see the figure rushing towards
Someone
you.
light a fucking torch.
And we're gonna go ahead and just use our unicorn here because it's big.
Oh, it's
Oh.
fuck.
All behind
behind
us.
It's big.
Fluttershy.
No, so sorry, you're all facing this way. This is the end of the hallway.
Oh, that's much
So
better.
reverse.
Stay
Reverse everything.
Yo, stay quiet. The fucking thing's down there.
There you go.
It reacts to movement. Shut up.
Alrighty.
Well, I guess that tracks on whatever the
So
fucking
it
thing's
begins
on.
to animate. The hands clenching together and showers of amber seem to hit the ground. It does definitely appear cracked in a few places. Top of the round, Elite, you're up first. What are you doing?
Okay.
Can't stay out of the way.
I'm probably gonna move back so I can fire at it from a distance.
Okay.
And I really hate how all the ranger spells are concentration, so they can't do them together. It's really irritating. All right.
Did you just move less back?
Oh yeah, sorry. That's not me. I'm not.
Oh, yeah, you're a new mini with a bow.
with a bow.
The half bow. Oh,
Sorry.
boy.
Okay.
It's all good.
Does this creature, like, it's walking on the ground,
Yeah,
correct?
it's walking on the ground.
Okay, if you
Okay.
don't trust me, let's just light a
All right.
fire and
So I'll
maybe
move
do
back
something.
and I'll cast Spike Growth along here.
Spike growth along there. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
So
So you can
if
go
it-
ahead and use these guys here and mark off the corners of your spike growth. That's the other nice thing of these. Is you get a little square.
It's a 20-foot radius.
We don't have to
So-
So
attune.
20-foot radius. So 8 by 8.
Okay. Of these squares?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically
8
Oh, no,
by
8
8.
by 8.
So it goes the entire way into the room as well.
Okay, sure. We're gonna say it ends right here. And then
We'll just
basically
mark the corners of it instead of doing the whole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. And then the far end will be
like here.
the other end of the creature, 2 squares closer to me. There you go.
Nah.
So that's
Spike
a spike
growth.
growth area. Okay. If
And
your
then
spike growth
it
is
would
nice.
also be out to here.
It would, yeah. So
I'm
it's
running
kind
out of
of
options.
into the far side of that room. So that whole room is.
So every 5 feet it travels, it takes 2d4 piercing damage.
Okay.
But that's my full action. So
Okay.
So
Gang, don't waste anything here. Just trust me, okay?
Oh, I'm holding on.
all right.
I gotta keep
I can't
holding.
fucking see the thing.
It's okay.
So yeah, we're
are
talking.
we able to go through that like terrain?
Yeah, that's what my question was.
I would not go through that terrain. I'm just trying to get it damaged as it comes to us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt you if you go through it.
Okay.
But once we finish the battle, I'll drop it. Of
This
course.
is like a golem maybe looking guy.
Looks pretty similar. It's
Okay.
about 10 and a half feet tall,
Okay.
a good 6 feet wide.
The amber thing, that was a really cool touch that it like. I really like that.
It's made out of amber,
Yeah.
like the
Alright,
rest of
so
the
that's
stuff.
your action. Anything as a bonus?
As a bonus, so we're in pitch darkness right now.
Correct.
I will
Piloted
lift up
Jagger's
my
version,
my orbs so that everyone in the party can
Oh,
see
God.
this.
Yeah.
Is it a bonus action to do that? Because I'm pretty sure the cantrip
let me
is
just see.
an action.
Lift up the orbs.
I'll lift my orbs. Sorry, hang on, I have it right here.
Display
Oh, it
those
was a full
orbs.
action. You're right. Sorry.
Mardi
Okay.
Gras beads forever.
Probably useful though. At this
Can
point.
I? So who can't see? It's lessened
I can.
leaf.
Less
Less
leaf.
leaf.
Okay,
Can
I'm
you
gonna.
see?
So can I say? Sorry, I would have. As like maybe a bonus action, I would have grabbed
Actually,
leaf.
the interesting thing here as well, given the range, you're the only one who can see the golem.
So are you just yelling about this?
Yeah. Okay. So can I as a bonus action?
Wait.
Oh no, sorry, never mind. Sorry, it's 50
Like a
feet away,
30.
not 60. Yeah.
I'll let
so sorry.
30
Yeah,
feet away.
everyone know that it's
from the
coming.
fronts. Yeah. 2,
5,
4,
10, 15, 20, 25,
25,
30.
35. So yeah, so it's 35 feet away. So yeah,
If
so
it's possible for me to
everybody
do,
else
I would have sort of like yelled at the party what was happening, and I would have grabbed Leaf and pulled him back with me.
can- Okay.
I need to be. What?
Oh,
what
do you need
is
to be
it?
close?
Yeah,
Okay.
is it?
you can't pull him with you, but you could like grab onto him and let him know where
Yeah,
you
can you
are.
show what is
Yeah.
this?
So okay, I'll be right behind. I'll be
Does
right
anybody
there.
see anything?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm just hearing screaming around me.
Leaf, what are we dealing with?
It looks like a golem, but it's made of amber,
Alrighty.
and it's coming towards us real fast.
Does it look like you can talk really well?
Allura, you're up.
It's not said anything yet. Couldn't tell yous.
So we don't have lights?
No.
Nope. No light. It is pitch dark.
Sorry, I already cast the spike growth when I realized that the lights were a full action.
The spike growth also camouflages itself in the ground, so you could let everyone know that it's
I would
there.
have
Yeah.
told everyone exactly what was happening. Like, don't step farther forward. Move back if you can. It's coming through some vines.
Can I? Oh, fuck.
We have to wait. I would kind of put my hands forward and say less. Our foe is 30 to 35 feet directly in front of us, but you've already told us that the...
I would have told everyone
Yeah.
like exactly where it was and how it was coming.
Okay, I can't do anything.
Laura, can you please? Could I get the goggles? Do you trust me on this?
Yeah,
And the goggles to leave.
yeah.
Okay. So you plunge yourself into darkness and reach back.
Please trust me
Yeah,
on.
no, I know. That would be an action to take them off and hand them over, correct?
would be,
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So action to hand the goggles off. You plunge yourself into darkness. Leaf, you now have the goggles.
Leaf, I
In your
trust
case,
you.
It would be a bonus
Thank
action
you.
to put them on.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
So it's not. It is your turn now.
Okay,
So
bonus action. I want to throw them on.
okay. So you throw them on. light kind of comes to you, and you see the massive hulking statue of the Amber Golem.
Okay. I want to 4th level cast Banishment on him.
Banishment.
Whoa.
Charisma saving
Charisma
throw.
save. What's the DC?
18.
Well, it's a -5,
Damn.
so that's a 9.
Oh.
Banishment takes hold. Banishment banishes it to the plane.
Yeah.
If it's native to the plane, a plane of a different existence for a minute.
Yeah, and and if concentration completes, it's there.
Yep. So, timer begins for a full thing.
Yeah.
So, is anybody else doing anything?
Can I bonus action take off the goggles?
Sure. We'll say it's kind of out of combat now.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of time. What do you all want to do in the minute?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, is it gone?
It's not there anymore.
Let's go past it.
Oh wait,
Wait.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I would
You
drop that if
your
we were
spike rope
moving.
if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
can we ask Leaf what's happening now? Like, where to
it's
go?
on another plane. I need to think for a minute.
Okay.
Let's just hunker down right here and.
There's. Oh, fuck,
It's
how
gonna
loud
come
is
back.
that? No.
Right, how much sound
Yeah.
does banishment
Well,
make?
it fucking came off.
It's a
the wall.
verbal spell. That's it.
No, the statue coming off the wall
That's
and
more
crushing
what I'm worried
amber is what that has made a loud
People know
sound
we're
to
here,
draw
let's
people.
just-
Maybe let's just keep
Pretty
moving.
loud sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you concentrate and move?
Yeah, I can do that. I just need to not.
So here's a question: why wouldn't we stay in one place instead of moving forward into unknown dangers that are going to break Leaf's concentration?
But we
my
don't know if
thoughts.
anyone's coming to us.
We could just try and get past this thing and into another room
But
or another hallway.
am I
We
wrong
can
that
also-
if Leaf just thinks for one more minute, it's gone forever?
Right.
Is that what you
Oh, is
said?
that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just do that then.
We also
what you
can all ready actions if
Yeah.
'cause nothing can surprise us.
So
That's right.
we've got these spikes
Can
on this
I-
side. We can rally around Leaf on the other side.
Can I ready a dodge action if anything tries to? Oh fuck! I can't see, so
No.
if I hear anything
Leaf.
threatening, I'm just
Leaf.
rolling.
Oh well, I'll pull
We'll
up my
have-
lights. Like boom,
We'll-
Okay,
we're
so
out of
you have the
action.
dancing lights out.
Yeah.
Okay, so one large globule or 3 small ones?
Keep. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I actually would probably just bring up like one small one so that we have just a little bit of light without being like.
It's 5 foot. So you two now can basically see it casts 5 feet of bright light and 5 feet of dim light. So you can
Alright.
see the sides of the hallway.
Yeah.
And that's about
Les, we need
That's
to
it?
protect Leaf.
Yeah.
Let's encircle him. And we'll be like your barrier.
All right.
Everyone's just. I'm still like ahead
We're
of
gonna
them.
Roman- go in
Roman
there.
turtle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
So Les and Leaf, you two cannot see the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We just need to look at.
So wait, sorry. If I bring up lights, do I think as a Leaf that it would be visible through the arrow slits that there's light in this hallway?
Yeah, it's pitch black. If there's light, there's light.
Okay. I think
There's
it's worth the
already-
risk.
they
So I'll
already
just bring
know
up
we're
one. I'll bring up one large one so that
Okay.
they can
So
see
it's 15
everything.
feet of
Okay.
bright light, and then 15 feet of dim. So now you're kind of able to see into that area. You kind of point out the spikes on the ground of where they are. And so
Okay.
by this point, it's closing in on a minute.
Cool. I'm a ready Eldritch Blast in case anything comes down the hallway.
Okay.
I've got an arrow notched.
I've got
Yeah.
my great sword in my hand.
So
Oh,
you're
or
leaving the
if-
spike growth up, though? Or are you dropping it?
I'm leaving it up.
Leaving it up, okay. So your greatsword's in your hand. You'd have to run through the spikes to be able to get to the creature, taking damage every time.
No, I know, but just in case anything comes for Leaf,
Okay.
like I'm there.
Yeah, I'm
it's
ready
like
my action too if anything comes in my range that I don't recognize.
I'm going to ready. Yeah, I guess an arrow if I see foe.
Oh, hey, thanks for letting me borrow these.
Alright. For my knowledge, where are you putting the light? Again, we'll use D4 here for your little blob. Wherever you want that to be.
oh my god.
Because it gives 15 feet of bright light around it.
All right. I would actually probably just put it on the wall, like right here, like or up on this side of the room, so that it casts as much light as possible into this next room.
You figure it would probably illuminate the square where you think or the area where the creature would reappear if it were going to do so. Okay.
Leaf.
Another 6 seconds.
I'll wait those 6 seconds.
Anyone have any good rich backstory right now?
So much.
Leaf, does a lot of your magic depend on your sight?
I mean, kind of.
You can
Yeah.
also light torches, guys.
Everything kind of. Yeah.
They already know we're here.
Yeah.
They do.
The element of surprise is gone. I think let's just deal with this and move on.
Yeah.
If you instinctively look back at the spot, waiting for the creature to not reappear, and it pops back into existence. It is a construct. It is not native to another plane of existence. It immediately reappears. We rejoin the initiative order where we left.
But hey, held actions.
Hold on.
Held actions go.
Yeah.
So you've got bow shot,
2 blasts.
2 blasts, and your crossbow bolt.
Crossbow bolt.
Fuck.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Can I see it too, or
You can see it,
right?
but you also know that there's damaging spikes on the ground. If you want to do anything, you could throw your spear.
I got other things I could throw.
Well, you said you were readying a spear action.
Oh,
Spear
okay.
attack. So yeah, so your Eldritch Blast, go for it.
Oh, okay. That is. That's an 18 and a 27.
18 hits, 27 hits.
Cool. Into it. Alright, go team.
Into it.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, no.
Shorty, do you mind if I just want to clarify on this?
Yep.
If the target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish it to a harmless demi-plane.
Yep.
While there, the target is incapacitated. Oh, I fucking hate myself for not reading that.
It's only if it's native to a different plane of
Other
existence. Yep.
Mm.
It was a good thought, but because it's a construct,
Damn it.
it
Yeah.
was constructed
No, that's fine.
native
That's
to this plane.
Plus charisma, plus proficiency for spells? Or just plus
For
charisma?
damage,
Yeah.
is just plus charisma.
Okay, great. So that is a 14 for the first one,
That's smart.
and 12 for the second one.
Okay.
And I want to try and like aim for the cracks if I can.
Yeah, and you do notice that the cracks start to splinter further up the arms. One of the fingers drops off one of the hands. Definitely seems to be taking damage.
Good.
Yours?
25.
25 does hit. You pull back as best you can, find the shot, fire it into the crack, and the arrow shatters harmlessly against the crack, dealing no damage.
Might be magic, guys.
I mean, I've heard of these things before, and sometimes they're immune to
Okay. Doesn't.
something that's not magical.
It's dealing non-magical piercing damage, deals no damage. So, the creature has reappeared. We'll rejoin the initiative where we were. Hope you're up next.
Me?
You've got the creature in front of you. You've got the spike growth on the ground. You're not entirely sure what else you can do. What would you like to do?
Considering the distance,
Don't choke
I'm
on
gonna try and shoot it with my firebolt.
Okay, go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
Which one am I gonna go for? So it's plus proficiency and
And
initiative
intelligence.
and intelligence. So that's a 17.
17 misses.
Fuck. Yeah, and with me doing a cantrip, I can't do. I don't get a hit
Sorry, I
again.
apologize. 17 just hits. Just
Fuck yeah!
Hey!
17 just hits. So go ahead and roll damage on that. So what is it? 2d10?
2d10
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage on that.
plus intelligence plus proficiency.
That's
oh,
to
it's a
hit.
roll, yeah.
Yeah, so your damage is just the dice.
Is that? I've also got a plus. Oh, okay. No, that's
Yeah.
right.
No, Firebolt, all the cantrips are just whatever you roll on the dice.
That's a 10.
10? Alrighty. 10 points of damage. The fire does lick across its form. It does appear to scorch. It does appear to be taking damage from fire. Alrighty. On from Hope we come to the doctor and less.
Cool. Do you mind if I go first?
Go for it, my
Cool.
friend.
Dropping another 2 into him.
Go for it. Make your shots.
Alright, that's a 15. That's not gonna do
15 misses.
it. And that is nat 20.
Hey!
Oh.
Roll your die.
Double die, right?
Yeah, double the dice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that's gonna be 10 and then 5 and then 5 on top of that, so 20.
20 points. Nicely done.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's 5 each hit, right?
No, you hit it once.
Yeah.
'Cause you critted. So
Oh yeah. You're right. My bad, because I didn't get the other one. Right.
Correct, but you do get the bonus from the rod. Oh no, never mind. The rod isn't a damage. My bad.
No.
Yeah, so 20 points of damage. So a nice heavy impact. One of the cracks in the center of the chest just caves inwards.
Good.
Huge amount of the amber starting to spill out. The creature is definitely looking pretty hurt at this point.
Cool.
All right, that's gonna be your turn. Les, you're up.
So we have these rows of spikes in front of us,
Yeah, you know that if you step on them, you'll take damage.
but I can jump over them.
You
No.
could try.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Like,
You can jump to them. When you land, they'll just dig into your feet and you'll take damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Essentially, if you step on spikes, you will take damage.
Do the
Yeah,
spikes
you
look like
need
they're
it.
hurting the creature at all?
It
range.
hasn't moved yet, you're not sure.
But it popped back into existence.
I
Correct.
think,
But it popped back immediately where it was. It hasn't, like, stepped on anything.
what if we all hold an action till it moves? Till it takes its
Well, I'm just
turn.
gonna hold my action by spear because all my other ranged weapons are just normal.
Okay, so holding a melee
Non-magical.
attack for if it gets in a range.
Yeah.
Good to know. Alright, from you we come to the creature with which technically had an initiative of 0. 1 minus 1. So it is
That
difficult
means you
terrain,
can't move,
correct?
right?
So it's going to go ahead and move 10, 20, 30 feet. It's going to take 2d4 per 10 feet that it moves, or 5 feet that it moves. So that's going to be 2. Oh, sorry, you roll damage for this.
64.
64.
Roll that
Do you need
dame
more?
Or, yeah, I need two.
Roll
One time
those
I don't have all of
damage.
my things out. Thank you. Okay, so that's going to be 4, 8, 11, 13, 16, 18.
18 points. Nicely done. So the creature, its feet now really starting to shatter apart. You can see it's kind of struggling to maintain its form. Definitely looking hurt, pretty close to being at the end.
I did a magical thing.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
From
I'm
where
gonna look
you
at Leaf
are,
and say, proud of you.
I also need, in its desperation,
Fuck. Hey.
it's going to go ahead and pick up a piece of amber, and it's going to attempt to throw it at the
Jerk.
person standing in front,
me.
which is Allura. Yeah. So you're going to go ahead and take an attack from this. That is
Dodge this shit.
a 30 to hit.
What? You can dodge this shit, right?
But yeah, 30 will hit.
30
but
will hit.
can I not dodge or?
You can have the damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So damage is going to be, that's pretty good. Take 18 points of bludgeoning damage, so you can have it to 9. As it throws the giant hunk of amber at you, and it just impacts against you, catches you, and clips you on the shoulder.
You jerks.
The stress eating is real.
And unfortunately,
I'm sorry, that's copyrighted. It's time to do a clobber.
yeah, unfortunately you're not in range for it to do this other stuff.
Whoa.
Okay, top of the round, a leaf.
Hi.
Blow it up.
I can't. I don't have any. Or I do have magical arrow damage, but I think this thing's already looking really hurt. I'm not going to waste another spell slot on it. So,
Just kind of holding.
you know what I'm actually going to do is put my bow away and bring up my shield so it bumps up my AC.
Sounds good. AC
And actually,
bump.
I'm going to just Leaf's right here and Les is right there.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up my shield and my silver my silver short sword.
Okay.
Bump up here, and maybe can I try and hold an action to like block if it tries to attack the people? Oh no, wait, people can see. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll see where I am and just hold my.
You can also move up and take the dodge action, so if the creature attacks you, it attacks at disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
Alright, we'll do that. Good to know. On from you, we come to Allura.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready the dodge action. I'm gonna get out of the way of the people who can actually harm it
Okay.
in its moments.
Sounds good. Leaf.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast just Sacred Flame on
Sacred
it.
Flame. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Yo.
So it's a con save.
Yeah.
Okay. So it has advantage. That is a 20.
Yeah, no. Okay, then I'm just gonna back up. Actually, no, I'll just stick with
Good there.
it.
Okay.
We're just gonna hope we don't get it doesn't can't cast
Yep.
Hope you're up.
Fireball.
Pretty sure if it walks forward,
Alright,
it's just gonna die.
I'm gonna try and blast it with some more firebolt.
Do it.
Do it.
Believe in you.
So that would be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Sweet. 2d10. I'm gonna use different d10s. Well, so that's 5.
5 points of damage.
Wow.
Every little bit helps. Stay where you are.
I'm gonna move. Well, I would move in front of the doctor just because
Thank
he's
you.
a bit more
You want me
squishy.
to move?
Yes, please.
Also, sorry, I just realized I should have clarified. Is Casimir with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he wanted to come in.
He
right?
did want to come
Yeah.
in, so I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's around.
Okay. So we've got
He's around.
Do
a mini
something.
there for
A
Casimir.
little Casimir's gonna be like squishy
Right here.
marshmallow.
How you doing, Cass?
That looks. Yep.
I'm fine, everyone.
Oh, look on his backpack. He's got a dead chicken.
I think
right.
I'm chicken
Yeah.
in case we like some food.
It's not
That's
in
grim.
the backpack, it's on his belt.
Oh no, I
Oh.
dropped my glasses in the Amber Temple.
So, on from Hope we come to the doctor and Les, who's
Why is he wearing
mind if I-
pants?
Yeah, go for it again.
Again, pew pew.
Go for it.
Pew pew.
Q1, oh boy, that is a 28.
Yep.
Q2 is cocked. Q2 is a nat 20 again.
Oh, fucking
Alright, do it
hell.
up.
Yeah.
Blow this thing till King Jim come.
The first
So,
one, D10 plus
1.
5.
That's 15.
Alright.
And
The second one.
second one, oh, and then for doubling the dams, that is, 19, hold up. 17.
17. So, with that, Les kind of waiting for the creature to step off its side. The doctor just kind of comes up beside you and just, and both the arms just crack at the joints, fall to the ground, and the creature itself just kind of slowly crumbles as it steps forward, eventually shattering into amber pieces on the ground.
Fantastic.
Not alive any longer.
Then I'm going to siphon
Or
its
not
life
animated
energy
anymore,
for
I
me.
should say. Yeah, you do get to do so.
All for Silas.
I'll,
All for Silas.
Drop spike growth.
Oh,
Spike growth is
fucking
drawn.
wolfed that one. Thanks, gang.
No
Think
worries.
these pieces of amber are worth anything.
Maybe. Let's take them. Let's harvest it.
Amber is worth money. I'm
Let's
not
bring it.
entirely sure how much because the quality's kind of been damaged a little bit, but
Yeah. Is
It's
there
at
any
least
like
worth something.
large chunks?
there's
Fuck
a
you,
lot. There are chunks
unicorn.
as large as your torso.
I will
Alright.
take his head.
Let's put it all in the bag.
Yeah, his head is in multiple pieces at this point.
Well, we'll put the largest pieces in the bag.
Yeah, agreed.
So we'll say you've got about 100 gold pieces worth of amber.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't too
Do you want me to
bad.
put that in
Guys, we
the
got it. The
fridge?
amber
No?
stuff. We can go now.
Yeah, we
We
did
just
it.
need to build a door
Yeah.
with it, and then
That was
open
very
up the door.
Soren, I have to say.
Well, you know.
Guys, we did it!
I'm the voice of the guy.
I know, but it was perfect.
Okay.
I can put it in the bag of holding contents or the.
Oh, sure. I just have like a bit going with like all of our like group loot precious stones. So do you want me to
Let's
put it
keep
with
that there then. Yeah.
Like,
Do you have the 4 diamonds worth of gold? 50
I have-
gold
I
pieces
have-
each.
2 diamonds at 500.
Okay.
1 pearl, 1 aquamarine, 1 topaz.
Yeah, that would
Hey,
help.
Leaf, quick question.
Do you want to add the ones the erase the
start
ones from
moving
here and
these
add it
again.
to there if we want to just keep the
The gems and stuff
Yeah.
together. The gems and money on a separate thing.
gems
sure.
and money and then like
And
items
items
here?
on this one. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Alright. So, you now have access to the room that the golem was in.
Yeah.
Hey, Leaf, quick question. Can you just maybe check to see if that dude's or that person's still down there?
Sure. I'll like sidle up, look out.
Still seems to be there kneeling.
What a...
Does it look like it's actually a person or does it look like it could be a statue?
It's a bit tough to tell because it's, you're in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
The proportions are humanoid. Appears to be wearing some kind of a cloak for the shoulders. Does appear to be an actual person.
Like a handsome sort of guy, maybe vampiric of some measure.
Tough to tell. Like pulled up over the head.
That would be a big flex.
Maybe it's a big fucking
What if it's the
nerd.
fucking abbot? That'd be sick.
That would be pretty cool. Then we could just murder him here and take his stuff later.
I think we no longer have these green gems, right? Or are they magical seeds that?
The
Yeah.
seeds are gone.
Yeah.
Seeds are
okay.
gone.
Let's check out that
Oh,
room with the
here,
golem
let me
then. Guys,
Yeah.
that's my plan. Check out
Sure. Let's go in. I guess we're on stealth now, right?
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
need to re-stealth if you wanted to do so. Also, concentration was dropped on
Pass without
trace.
trace. Damn
So
it.
no plus 10s to your bonuses anymore.
Yeah, well.
Are you doing this?
Are we stealthing again?
I
I
think
think
we
right
should
now
just-
we're not stealthing.
I mean, we have a big fucking light
Yeah.
popping
I
about
think-
our
Light
head.
source. Alright, so not stealthing.
So
Right.
Not yet, and we're not
Oh,
stealthing.
perfect, because I didn't roll that one.
Okay. Alright, so making your way into the room where the golem was originally, you see the set of open doors on your left. Other than that, essentially just a caved-in, collapsed wall on the right-hand side.
What's through those doors on the left? Can I give a peek?
Looking around the side, you see it disappears into darkness over the edge with no railing. Just kind of like a platform that's over, you would imagine, the bottom area.
Oh,
And
I see.
then
fuck.
another set of open doors on your right-hand side.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I should be drawing out with the
Yeah.
fucking map.
I think
we
should
have
go
a
through.
visual
Well,
aid.
that's where this comes in.
So, we came from down there, right?
Pop our guys off.
Okay.
So yeah, so you came from me essentially.
From you.
So you can think of me. I'm the entrance to the whole temple.
I bet.
Right?
So we're looping around, right? Like over a balcony?
Yep.
So are we'd be closer to that statue thing.
And
To
the
the
dude.
Colossus.
Correct.
Can't we
The shadow of the Colossus.
It's okay, I know how to beat those guys. You
Yeah.
just climb them and you stab them. And
There's a big shiny part.
Good.
God damn it.
So you can kind of think of this So that's the balcony over the bottom,
Okay.
and that's your doorway right there that you can pass through.
Okay. Let's pass through the doorway, guys. Or maybe let's take a look at the doorway.
Before we go through, Leaf.
Oh, what's up?
That's Leaf.
Yes, Leaf.
Got a lot of L's in here. It's all good.
Leslie.
Oh, that's Leslie's real name.
Leaf last.
A lot of, I know I asked before, but you were concentrating, so you may not have effectively conveyed what I was asking. For a lot of, what you can do, is seeing us and our opponents really important.
Let me just double check. Let me think.
Because I know we have a Leaf helping us with the lights, but if you're doing other things, that might drop the lights.
It is. I can't concentrate on multiple things at once, so it's really one spell at a time for me usually.
Is that a concentration spell?
Everything for
35?
Ranger, it's actually a huge flaw in the design. Like literally everything for
35?
Ranger is concentration.
Dancing lights.
Yeah, sorry, dancing lights.
Yes, it's a concentration.
Guys,
I was thinking your drow can you can do.
It's a cantrip for me, but it doesn't mean that it's
It's still a
not
concentration.
Right, that's cool because I can cast light and that isn't.
Yeah, you illuminate a specific thing.
Yeah.
And it becomes lit. Like
can
your
I
hand, your glove.
perhaps counter engineer something here? Whereas, because there were torch sconces, right? I got torches. Just pop a torch in a sconce.
You could do that if you want.
That will also let us know where we.
There are sconces in all the walls that you can hang
Yeah.
torches in. It's just that there's currently nothing in any of them.
That's okay. I'm just gonna hang one torch
Right.
there.
My point though is that, I can run at something and stab it, whereas if Leaf cannot see potentially what he's performing magic
I can,
at or for,
What do you
that
call it?
really inhibits, or if if all of the lights go out, if there's some magic that prevents light from being there, is it more of a benefit in this situation for Leaf to have the goggles on?
I mean, I can cast Bless without seeing you. I just need to you just need to be in the area, and I need to pray real hard.
Okay.
Just so everyone's aware as well, a torch in comparison to your dancing lights, which is 15 feet of bright and 15 feet of dim, a torch is 20 and 20, so you can see 40 feet out.
Yeah. So I say we just keep torches going along the way. We've lost the element of surprise. We might as well just keep things
We can do
illuminated.
torches, or we can cast. I can just cast light on things.
It's up to you. However you want to do it.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't mind torches.
All right, let's torch it.
Yeah. It's
Torch.
better to save your spell. Energy.
Yeah, I think save your spell, and I
Save your precious
think
fluids.
My mojo.
Save your mojo, baby.
Yard groovy, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I think, and I'm gonna
That was
hand
really
over
close,
the.
right? Are you sure?
I just think it's most important right now for you to your support, and if something happens with these torches, I think that it's best. I'm kind of dispensable, and you're not. If I'm dispensable, you're the one who gets me back.
You're not dispensable, but you're right that Leaf is the last line of defense, and he
Yeah.
can bring one of us
Actually,
back
yeah.
to
The
life.
gold under this
You're
shit.
not the only one.
Oh yeah.
I can do that too now.
What?
Oh, okay.
But you can see in the dark, so.
I appreciate it, and I put on
Yeah.
the goggles. I'm like, oh fuck, this place is not that interesting.
Everything's
It's
amber.
a lot
Get a
of-
color
it's
palette.
Black marble floors and amber walls.
Is there anything in this room that's interesting?
Absolutely
There's
nothing. It appears
somewhere
like the golem that was here,
Yeah.
kind of frozen in animation, was the one thing of note in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of
If
here.
you wanna,
Let's keep
you
moving,
can hold
friends.
You can hold my hand if you want.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So beyond the set of open amber doors, black marble balcony that you step out onto, 30 feet above the floor of the chamber, overhangs the northeast corner of the temple. And the second set of open doors on your right lead further into the temple. You can see at this point the statue is in clear view of all of you with dark vision, and the figure is in clear view of all of you with dark vision.
Is its mouth moving?
Hood pulled up over the head, you can't see its mouth.
I have a hold of.
Am I able to see it from here?
Do you have a torch lit? Does anybody have a torch up?
No, but
Or
I've got
we're
the-
still dark vision?
Yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
my goggle. I'll give Allura's goggles.
Okay.
Keep
So
passing the
Les,
goggles for a second.
you put the goggles on.
Everyone just wait a second.
look
I
at
want
the
to do know your enemy.
Okay. So go ahead and read off what Know Your Enemy does.
Wait, she's physical.
I'm stressed.
I know.
Is there banana bread?
Yeah, there's.
I wanna
It's
eat
all
all the
cut up.
things.
Do you want me to grab
I
you a
also
slice?
love the giant collection of After 8 wrappers.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
slowly building
There's
into
also
the
a
center of the
selection
table.
over
Can you
here
actually
from.
pass me those pistachios? I want to grab some of those.
Absolutely, because we are hemorrhaging them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jordy.
It's all good. I'm gonna go and grab another bag. They're nice and cheap this week.
While we're taking a food break, we
Yes.
can announce our winner
We can do that.
for the hero book.
God
if that person's
bless.
watching anymore, hopefully.
Yeah, we still got 5 people watching.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
One of them is
Hi.
me.
so it is Joe the Backer.
What?
At Joe the Backer.
Joe the Backer.
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
sure it's not Joe Thebeker?
Nope, it's Joe the Backer.
Is that what
Wait,
the
B-A-C-K?
randomizations just came up with?
B-A-C-K-E-R.
Okay, it wasn't Joe the Baker or anything.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Joe
pretty
the Backer.
sure. Anyway, I took a video of picking the of the
Oh,
random
the
picker thing.
wheel spinning?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, good. Congratulations, Joe.
Yay,
Yay,
Joe!
Joe! We hope
You
you
did
take
it.
the stream.
Sending that to you soon.
You know what we should do?
Yes,
is just
we will
point
arrange that
people-
for when it come
we
out.
should Actually,
Yeah, if
You know,
you
when
are
we're talking
watching,
about
say
bakers,
hi and
check
tell
out the
us that
Dragon
we're
Prince
gonna
season
live,
3.
please.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Please tell us we're
He's a
gonna
great
live.
baker.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Barius.
Barry.
Is it?
Barius the Baker.
Barry
I didn't know
is
his
the
name.
baker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
know your
so-
enemy.
Wait,
Let's
is this a real person
know your
or a
enemy.
dragon
I'm
prince?
trying to
Dragon
find it.
three.
Oh,
No, we have 2.
oh, yeah. One is.
Are we back?
Yeah, so
One is.
Know your enemy.
spend at least a minute observing or interacting with other creature outside combat. Learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. DM tells you if the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics. So we can either look at strength scores, dexterity score, constitution score, armor class, current hit points, total class levels if any, fighter class levels if any. So I think I want to know its armor class.
So you'll know if its armor class is higher or lower than yours.
Yeah, that's still good.
That's 1. And the second one?
Level.
And then
Mojo.
Let Les think.
Yeah, baby.
What would Les do?
We're all doing bits right now.
current hit points.
Current hit points. Okay.
Great meme.
So Les,
game
what is your
this week,
current
Jesse.
armor
I
class?
know.
17.
17. It is a higher armor class than you.
Okay.
What is your current hit points?
Hit points is 74.
74 is substantially higher than you.
Oh, I bet this is that guy.
You guys, this guy seems he's a bit fucking tough.
Can you find out any more information if you watch him longer?
No. That's all I can suss out.
I'm
That
gonna
he's
check
really
real
strong?
He looks like a big fucking big boy.
quick. Jordy, I just want to check real quick before we move
Should
on.
we send
about
Leaf
observant.
down there to size up? Like, just stand beside.
Do I notice, and like looking at him, do I notice any other details on him with doing that?
Cloak pulled up over his head, hands out in front of him, all wearing gloves. Every bit of his skin and features are covered from your position.
Where does
very good at looking at the back of heads of things.
I bet.
You more so notice the fact that he seems to be wearing armor of some kind. You know, taking a minute is a long time to just look at somebody. The slight shifting of movement, you can see that he does have a long sword strapped to his waist in a black,
Of course, black.
what's it called?
Scabbard.
Scabbard, thank you. In a black scabbard. And it's got a fairly intricately designed hilt, kind of similar to Allura's, in that it's got like the cage around it, but doesn't appear to be a rapier. It does appear to be a thicker weapon.
Can I?
What color is it?
Doctor,
The,
do you
the
have
hilt,
any?
still.
Thing that can
I'm
make you this
after
person's friend.
Les has done that. I'm gonna pop some divine sense because I haven't done that in a long time, and I want to know.
What the deal is?
Yeah,
What the
Undead
deal
or
is.
fiend or anything within 30 feet or 60 feet?
60 feet, baby.
No pings.
Oh, so it's a dude.
It's a guy.
Just a regular.
You guys be very careful. Whoever this guy is,
It's a
he
really
knows what he's doing.
What if it's?
Might be that guy.
Oh, do we think it's Reptavio?
Jordy, this is perhaps a little out of the scope of the feat, but given the situation, we might, massage it a little. I have a
Massages of feet.
You're gonna
Up to the
massage.
page.
I mean, I like getting my feet massaged.
You do? Okay.
Jesse really likes Quentin Tarantino.
So I have observant, which says if you observe someone for a minute and you can see their mouth moving, you can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, you can read lips.
Yeah. Could that potentially extrapolate into like getting an idea of anything about them, given observant? Not necessarily like the specificities of less, but given the feat itself and perception.
Not particularly, because in this case you're essentially looking at a fully clothed,
Yeah.
all skin covered figure.
Yeah.
You're seeing a scimitar, boots, armor of some kind, and that's about it.
Okay, so
Scimitar?
this said,
Strissatory.
any of the clothing or
Hats,
are there
hotel.
marks or anything that I'm seeing on it that could really spell
There's
out who this
nothing.
guy is?
Everything
Okay.
lends itself. The only thing will be that I'll just say in general, of all people actually, because you've given the goggles back to Allura at this point, or do you? Oh no, you're blind. Sorry. Yeah, you gave them to Leaf. Yeah, so you wouldn't really notice anything.
Okay. Anyone else want to take a look at this guy before we move on?
I mean,
I can't see anything.
I don't really have anything that could tell me what he is except for experience and being able to sense the undead, and he's not
Detect
undead.
good or evil.
Let me just.
So about this time, given with how long you've been up on the balcony, the figure stands, kind of aching bones a little bit. You can see it takes a little bit to get off the knee, as if he's been there for quite a while. Pulls the cloak back over and the hood back over the top of his head, and you see long brown hair falls down its back. Tips of pointed, dark-skinned ears jut out from either side of its head. As the figure turns, standing up to a middling height, under 6 feet tall, his features come into full view. A slender body with a taut, slim face and a chiseled jawline, dark skin, green eyes, and a lithe swiftness to his movements. And then immediately behind you, you hear a weapon being drawn as Casimir jumps off the edge and shouts, "You!" and comes down with his short sword toward him. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Casimir
sorry,
just
I apologize. No, we don't, because you're in a different position. Casimir stands holding the short sword,
Thank Christ.
30 feet up from the creature, visibly shaking, his face twisting in rage. He stabs the point of the sword into a crack in the floor, rushes forward to the edge of the balcony, reaches into his bag, and pulls out a book. He rifles through the pages and begins rapidly casting arcane words.
What?
A mote of light blue elemental energy forms in his palm and begins to crackle outwards, then stops immediately. He turns his hand over, confused, before looking back at the figure.
It's the fucking thing.
And then on the other side, a smile spreads across the man's face as he looks up. Casimir, it has been some time, hasn't it?
Fucking Casimir.
I thought you would know better after our last meeting. He draws the sword from its sheath and adopts a fighter stance. Shall I send you to join your sister?
Oh.
Now I need all of you to roll.
Okay, well that's better.
Hey, Drow Solidarity, let's fuck this shit up.
That's better.
Wait.
Fucking Casimir.
Yeah.
This guy.
I actually kind of like the part where he went like Matrix 1 or Matrix 2.
Oh, don't worry.
Specifically fighting in the chateau where he like goes.
What the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
is happening?
He's going to do that on his turn.
Fucking guy.
So,
Well, I'm gonna stay here on the balcony if everyone's cool with that.
Casimir.
Yeah, that's totes fine, Doctor.
We just let Casimir hash it out.
This isn't my fight. This is
Somebody,
Casimir's.
somebody pick a color for Casimir, white or blue.
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, let's go with that. I was gonna say blue, like Avatar,
Hey!
the hit film.
Oh.
Sorry, so this figure is down in the area
Multiple
where
hit
my
sequels.
stuff flickered out of existence before, right? So basically, we didn't extrapolate that like the magic isn't working down there.
You did see Casimir attempted to cast a spell of some kind,
Yeah.
and as he went to release the spell,
Inspector
it
bad
appears
guys?
to have just been negated in some way.
You know who doesn't have to cast spells to do some fucking damage? Your girl who just got 25 initiative.
Oh, that'll help.
Alrighty, so
Kevin, do you ever watch Red and Link on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Because you look a lot like Red right now.
I know, the beard. Yeah. I
That
love their
picture
shows.
of Kevin
It's
at
weird.
21 that you put on your Instagram
Oh
today.
my god.
I was like hyped up and saw. I'm like, what's up?
So if you guys like that one,
Oh dear.
oh,
can
please,
you just pass me that piece?
can I have something to show you
Just pass me the
later.
whole
The whole
thing.
thing. I want to see
But
the
only if
Kevin
Kevin-
Neopets area.
Kevin gives me permission to show you. 'Cause
No, I don't care.
okay, yeah, no, I've got a YouTube that we're gonna watch.
So we're going to quickly build this map, so you guys can see kind
The
of what
greatest,
we're
you
looking at.
guys.
Actually, I've done that 10-year thing. I see what I'm fun.
10 years ago, when that happened, I like had some hilarious rave pictures of myself with a fucked up elbow and as a steampunk unicorn.
I feel like I've
great.
seen that.
Yeah, you probably have. It was on Facebook. It's that night that I got like super drunk and got my unicorn tail caught in my bike tire and then bailed on Ontario Street.
So,
And then Sarah just fed
you
me
can
tequila
imagine
shots and weed until
you
we
guys
went
are
to
all
party
up top
anyway.
there. This is kind of the lower area where he is. We'll go ahead and use our unicorn again. You can pop the unicorn right here. That'll be the statue.
Okay.
So this is above.
So this is.
So I
Oh,
pray.
It's not
like-
attached. It's
Okay.
above.
I pray to the altar.
Yeah,
of
so you can
my-
pop
Oh,
that
that's
on
great.
something.
Thanks, Amanda.
There you go. So you're
Love that
essentially
visual.
above and
Yeah.
overhanging this whole area here. So this is
Okay,
kind of
cool.
like this.
Cool.
And then so this is like, but there's a wall here, and this is the slits, right? And that's where Casimir
This
can see him
is
through,
your
or this is open.
And this is one of the other minis that I painted, or that
Yeah.
I printed. So you guys are all up top there. Casimir is on the edge of the platform.
Is that
So,
Strahd?
so this is open,
No.
right? There's no wall there.
Strahd is a different mini.
Okay.
This is
I was
different.
like, this looks like him.
This is a fun surprise,
It's
you
his
all.
brother.
And so yeah, Casimir is right
Nod.
at the edge,
Basimir?
and he's a little bit of ways right about there. Now looking up at you guys. And he's drawn a jet black scimitar from its sheath. So the sheath was black, and the weapon itself is also black.
Is it also pitch black in here?
It
I
is
want
pitch
this
black.
fucking
So
spell.
none of
We
so
need
Lester, you
light.
can't see anything. Allura, you can't see anything. So
We need light.
initiative rounds. What was your initiative?
25.
Cool, you're going second.
No.
Wait, didn't we have a torch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had torches.
Yeah, I've been lighting torches and putting them in sconces.
Yeah, in the sconces, but there's no sconces in this area. It's an
No.
overhang, so unless you have a lit torch that someone's holding,
I will
which
say I
I
have
did
a-
ask if anybody was
Oh.
holding a torch, and then you guys said no.
Fair enough,
Okay.
fair enough.
So
I was not paying attention.
That tracks.
I was busy checking out dank memes on my internet website, the Facebook.
Was it Jesse's dank meme?
No, I did look at that and I liked it though.
It's just a
It's a pretty good meme, man.
It's
You
a
know,
meme.
Jesse is a friend.
do my best.
You know, he's a
Just
good
a
friend of
friend of
mine.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish
So-
that I made Jesse's meme.
Okay, so
I wish
25
I
to 20,
had-
we're done with that. 20 to 15.
Oh, right,
Yeah, I'm in
right.
this. 16.
16, 15,
Oh, sorry, I got 20.
20. Okay.
We're all paying
I
attention.
got 30.
I'm trying to figure out the fucking.
I'm
Trying to think about Rick
move.
Springfield lyrics.
15 to 10.
That wasn't
14.
10 years ago, but that was a
14.
while ago.
I got
Oh my
30.
God.
13.
What a little bab.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just initiative, not
God.
proficiency.
There's me doing a backflip.
Oh wow.
That was cool. That was me doing backflips.
Was that why you were high on mushrooms?
Yeah. Hey, Dad.
And
I can't wait to get
Hi,
that's
started.
everybody,
Jesse's
right?
dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Can we do
unfortunately,
shrooms
Casimir
together, Jesse's
is the
dad?
slowest
I
one
would be into that.
with a natural 2.
I like doing jokes with moms and
Alright,
dads.
so top of the rounds. The figure at the bottom of the area
about
where you
Daddy's?
currently are looking over him.
Daddy's
He just
definitely.
adopts a defensive stance, holding the scimitar at bay, and just kind of gestures to Casimir specifically, as if to come down and say, "Come down and join me." So
Oh, they
on
want to
from
be
him,
friends.
we come to Elith.
Always first. Always
So, although I'm very confused about what's happening because there's no indication that Casimir had any kind of offensive ability whatsoever in the entire time that we've
He's
known
been
him.
sandbagging the whole time.
He really has. I look at his face and see the rage there, and as he's been our ally and as a fellow drow, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
No,
So
you're
I.
acting as a
So you're
dust.
attacking at disadvantage because he took the dodge action.
That's alright.
Light
I
up the
mean-
room.
Tis what it is.
It's one of those things, Casimir, like, he's been wearing bulky clothes, he just takes everything off, he's ripped.
Yeah.
Damn it.
He
You
takes
do
off
notice
his
the one
jacket
thing you've
and
never
it's a
seen
padded
before is the
straight
book
jacket.
that he's holding.
Yeah.
And he appeared to be reading a spell from outside the book. From outside the
Oh,
book.
he's a wizard.
Can we kill him and take that book for me? I'm just saying.
Casimir's like,
He's done very little for us at this point.
First attack.
got us into a
Well, that's gonna be 26 is my worst one, so.
26 hits. Roll damage.
Well, well.
And this is my. Oh no, wait, never mind. It's the last one of this round. So, that's going to be. Oh, nice. 12 damage.
Kaplink.
Ah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Ah.
12 damage.
Ah.
Good to know.
Ah.
1,
Second attack.
2
damage.
damage.
3 damage.
15.
15 misses. Third attack.
16.
16 misses.
Fuck.
dang it.
Alright.
Alright. That's gonna be your turn. Do you want to move anywhere?
I'll just move up and stand next to Casimir
Okay, standing next to him.
and try to, like, I mean, I know I don't really have an action to do anything, but I'm indicating to him that, like, we're with you, whatever's happening right now.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Next up, we come to Les.
I can't see shit, can I?
You cannot see anything. You could pull out a torch and light it as an action if you wanted to do that.
Fucking sweet. Yeah, I'll fucking do that because I can't see
So you
anything.
pull out a torch, grab your flint. Flint comes up, and you can now see the statue basically directly beside you that you couldn't have even seen before.
Oh, shit!
And you do notice as well the figure down at the bottom, and kind of the features now coming into view instead of the black and white. It does definitely appear to be a dusk elf.
Does the features, does the figure's face, like, change? Like, I know he has dark vision and so do I, but I don't know how far his goes. Does he now see us, or did he already know that we were there?
He already knew you were there.
Okay.
So how does it work? What if I have a torch, shield, spear?
So you can hold two things. You gotta
So
pick two.
is there something around that I can put it in?
At best, you could kind of like angle it on the ground where it's like casting enough light off the edge, right? Kind of like putting a torch down, but because it's a completely open edge balcony, you could just hang the edge of the flame off the edge of the balcony.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna try to hang it around as best I can and take the dodge. So no, it doesn't actually delay it.
So go ahead and use this to denote where you want your torch to be. Alright, so it's right on the edge there. Good to know. Alright, so that's going to be your action. You have a bonus action if you want to do anything in movement.
Bonus action for movement. I think I'm just going to... Dodge isn't a bonus action, is it?
Dodge is not. No.
I'm just going to move back here a bit.
Okay, get off from the edge.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That's going to be your turn. After Les, we come to Leaf.
Cool.
So now you've got a little bit of light in addition to the dark vision that you have.
At third.
This makes me so happy.
What, seeing it over 2 levels?
You!
two levels and actual like walls and floors and not just drawn maps.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Alright.
I want to cast Bless at second level on everyone except for Casimir, myself, and the doctor.
Okay.
Ooh.
Or you can go ahead and have
Get those fucking...
get your stats
Bless
here.
us.
Where's
Oh,
the
so
circles?
magic works.
I gave. I don't know where.
Oh,
It does here. It doesn't necessarily down there.
Alright, well,
That's fine.
Yeah.
he might have been
Wait, doctor as well?
No,
No.
doctor.
No, this guy's a fighter.
You though.
Where's
You
the
got it.
fucking Wizard?
I want the white one
Where's
to
the
match my
wizard
mini.
with fucking 31?
So you targeted 4 creatures?
Oh, should I do the gray one and match my mini?
You do.
No one touched the black one.
It's okay.
Yeah, you can kind of hang it on your bow like that.
I'm gonna do some gold details on it later.
Blessed.
So that's your action?
Yeah.
That's it? Or do you want to move anywhere?
Jordy was like,
No, I think I'm
do you wanna
posted
have
up
a
in
gray
previous
primer or black
spot.
primer?
Yeah, no, I think I'm good.
Black
Good?
primer.
Alrighty. Leaf, that's your turn. We come from you to Allura. Allura, you now have vision. You can see the statue. You can see the clearly visible dusk elf man standing
How
below
much
you.
can I fuck up your shots?
It's good.
I'm going to look at Casimir and say,
It's a
"What the
photo.
fuck do we need to know?"
Sorry?
I'm gonna look at Casimir and say, "What the fuck do we need to know?"
And he's just kind of like seething in rage. And he just... He did it. All of them.
Right. What do we need to know to beat him?
And he's just
I'm
catatonic at this point.
pissed off at Casimir.
Yeah.
I'd say if you can do anything,
Shoot the guy.
do anything non-magical. Crossbows, whatever.
Yeah, I'll walk up to the edge
It works
and
here.
We don't know if it
take a
works past
crossbow
that point yet.
shot.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack at disadvantage.
I would
He took
surmise
the
it
dodge
doesn't,
action. All
given
attacks made
Casimir's
against disadvantage.
attack failed.
Is that not a
that could be
reaction though?
Casimir.
His dodge.
But the last
he would
one,
be
this is
dodging.
where
No, he dodges
my,
all attacks until the start of
cantrip
his next
Yeah, it's
failed
like
as well.
Oh,
Guys,
that's
do one of these.
annoying.
It's
Yeah.
cool. though.
Poorly written rules.
No.
Hey, we can do it.
It's where you're not offensive, you're not trying to attack anybody, so you can kind of...
I don't like me.
Right, but
goes.
isn't like that
That's
doesn't
what-
make
Hey,
sense.
we
to
can
When
me.
you're doing that instead of
I
attacking.
get it.
Yeah.
I
My
get
thought
it.
is we can do that too. So
Yeah, you can.
I'm not-
Yeah, we
We
really
just have
haven't
never
utilized
done
dodge
Monks
that
can do
much,
that as a
but we
bonus
really
action.
should.
Like, monks like that are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll just be like, I'll hit you twice
so
and then dodge
dumb.
all your
That's
attacks.
next character.
Ah.
Really like the
18?
idea of
18 misses.
monk.
Okay.
Just 'cause you can fucking
What?
fly around and kick shit.
Okay.
High AC,
Cool.
remember?
Yep, I remember.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah,
so your
that'd be
crossbow shot, you fire it off and it kind of just glances off the armor, but he's able to dodge out of the way and it shatters. Unfortunately, not
Well,
piercing
fuck
anybody.
you too.
On from you, Doctor.
Cool. Where I is?
Unless you wanted to move anywhere else.
You is here.
Okay.
No, I'm fine there.
Right there.
I am going to just
Ooh, can I bonus action?
her.
Sorry,
Crouch?
also, just to clarify, I
Yeah.
apologize. This is actually a wall, so you
Oh.
actually all need to be on this
Oh.
side of this. It's a small
What?
balcony.
Okay.
That line here is a wall, so you
I
all
see.
need to be on the other side of that.
Okay. Is there like a
Can we make a
balcony that I can
fireball?
kind of crouch behind?
Fucking
No, there's no.
It's just-
It's a sheer edge. There is no
Fucking
railing. There's no
wizard.
nothing. It's just kind of a sheer black marble edge jutting
okay.
out of the center of the chamber.
Okay.
Okay.
So technically speaking, as well, just to clarify, you are in the main chamber. You're just 30 feet over it,
I
and
see.
your magic did work.
Okay.
It
cool.
worked where we are now, though.
Correct.
We don't know if it would work.
You don't know if it would work down below.
Where does that?
Well, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you fire your Eldritch Blast. Go make your attacks at disadvantage.
Your mojo work.
Time to get my mojo back.
Baby.
Looks like that's the big.
That's not
that
my
one was
favorite.
cocked.
Well, that got better. The first roll was a 10, but I have a 10 to roll, so
20.
20.
20 just hits.
Nice. And the other one was a nothing.
All right.
20 just
So yeah,
hits,
20
so-
just hits. Roll damage.
Oh wait, but I have 2, so that was my first roll.
Yeah, that's your first attack.
Okay, cool.
Well, no, sorry, you're attacking at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the first one, what was the lowest number that you rolled?
The lowest one I rolled was a 10 plus 10.
Right, so that hits. So your
that
second
hits.
attack also rolled a disadvantage.
Okay, I haven't done that one yet.
Okay, so yeah, so roll
Damage first.
Damage first.
Okay, so that is 3 plus 8. So 8.
All right, 8 points. Second attack at disadvantage.
Yeah. That's a 21.
21 will hit. Damage on that.
Cocked. There we go. That's not great, but it's a 7.
7.
I
All right,
blessed
7
you a
points.
year ago when we traded for
Good
that
to know.
one.
All right, so that's gonna be your action. Do you have any other movement you want to do?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Stay where you are. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, can I just use a bonus action? It'll be like, Casimir, who is this?
And you see the same thing that Allura did on her turn. He's just kind of catatonic and just like,
It's Casimir's
and, like rapidly
backstory.
flipping through his book trying to find a spell that he can cast.
I
He's
forgot
trying to remember his
last.
name.
I will accept you saying no. That doesn't. You
Oh,
forgot it.
yeah, no, that's fine.
I rolled a 4, so it would have been 22.
Sure, so that would have hit. So roll. You don't get sneak attack, but you get your damage.
That's fine.
Dames.
I will.
Damn.
6
That was very
points.
honest.
6 points.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I
I'm.
recognize that.
We're just
Okay, awesome.
Radical
Alright, so that's your turn.
honesty.
That's the doctor's turn.
Yeah.
So it's
Hope.
20, guys. 20's the
Being
number.
honest is
Oh,
cool.
you're
Yeah,
right.
we caught that one.
Yeah.
ready to roll.
Hope you're up.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just doodling.
So what are you doing?
Bless.
Okay, so I don't know whether so the magic worked.
Seem to.
It worked here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what happened to the doctor's attacks? Did it,
Normally.
it hit
Yeah.
him?
I got it.
The mojo. Oh fuck. We said we're done. We're done.
And we're 30 feet up.
You're 30 feet up, correct?
What, Austin Powers isn't irrelevant?
He's
enough
kind of like
reference?
40 feet away from
Ours got
you.
like E2.
All right, so
Oh, did-
I'm
the
gonna
characters-
No,
Oh.
problematic. Yes.
so I'm gonna misty
Got canceled.
step down.
Misty step
The
down.
humor
Yeah.
in it
So
is
it's a bonus action.
problematic.
Hope
Yeah.
vanishes, and you
Wasn't he
get to
like-
reappear 30
didn't he
feet
have, like, a
down.
motor
So you're
who's like,
essentially
"Yo, I
anywhere
know
on the
what
floor,
Whoa.
relatively near him, and you'd be able to use your movement to run up to him if you choose.
Yeah, I would like to go up close.
All right, so you run right up to him. Pull out your greatsword. All right, so greatsword out. Go and make your attacks at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yes, he took the dodge action. So three attacks
okay.
and a disadvantage.
Um,
It's a good choice.
Yeah,
that was a
I'd say
great
so.
choice.
3 attacks, 2 attacks, 2 attacks, 3 attacks.
Where the fuck did I write down my information about the greatsword?
So I guess what I'm saying is that Austin Powers is a national hero.
Should be on Dead Center in your character sheet.
International Man of Mystery.
Exactly.
At the very
I kept it in here, that's why. That's why it's not wrote down
There
on
you go.
anything.
Oh, are you doing the thing?
I misty step down and I'm gonna fuck it up with my greatsword.
Fuck it up.
So viewers, you can pay attention to Jesse and Jesse's Austin Powers podcast. We're calling it Mojo Time.
Ooh.
Motor
be a
time
miss.
with Jesse and Jesse.
We spend 2 hours trying to figure out if Austin
All right.
is
Straight up.
problematic.
And so I previously
It's episodes 1 through 12.
The part when he has 2
So-
twins. Now does that sit in 20?
So it's strength plus proficiency plus 2 because it's a plus 2 greatsword.
alright, so that is a natural 20.
20 just hits.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then I've got 2d6 slashing to hit with my greatsword. I've already used a bonus action, so I can't amp it up any further.
You can use Divine Smite. That's not a bonus action to do that. It's just if you hit, you get to add the D8s.
Do it!
Yeah.
Smite!
Let's smite that shit up.
Alright, how much? What level of Divine Smite do you want to use?
Divine Smite, I'm gonna use... How much space have I got? Sorry.
Okay. It's been a while. It's been 2 weeks since we played.
It has, and I just want to make sure.
This is the guy.
So it's 2d8 at first level and 3d8 at second.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it at second.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
gonna...
3d8. He is not an undead or a fiend or otherwise, so it's just base damage.
That's
2d6 plus 3d8.
I guarantee post-campaign we'll be fighting like gelatinous blobs.
If so with great weapon fighting, if I roll a 1 or 2 on attack die, I can re-roll.
So
Is
on
that?
the d6s.
Yeah.
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 You re-roll it once. You don't get to re-roll it again.
I will turn it back to the 2. Still like slightly. 14, 16, 19, 26 plus.
Strength plus 2.
That is 32.
32 points. Nicely done.
Holy shit!
Macho.
Alright, second attack.
Oh yeah.
The
Fuck.
beefling back in the house.
So second attack
Guess
also
who's
a
back in the
disadvantage.
half? Yeah, neither of those are gonna hit.
Alright. So swinging through, the first one kind of catches him by surprise. He dodges one way at the last second. You slice the sword to the side and it impacts against the, you can see his dark red studded leather armor at this distance. You can see that. And it cuts through the armor, and then the second one he manages to nimbly dodge out of the way. Definitely has the agility of an elf. Alrighty, that's going to be your turn.
Anyone calling
you used
dibs on his
everything.
armor?
After your
So
turn.
leather? I wouldn't mind if it's better than my scale mail. But we'll see.
It's time for the guy with the necro sword to go.
We're just gonna call dibs on all this stuff.
Yeah.
I want that.
I want the sword!
I want the book of cast dice.
If the sword is a short
look,
one,
he's
I
in-
could use it as well. Because I use my...
Sorry! I keep
It's
falling!
gonna be the vlogs where we watch back and we're like, oh, why didn't we know we were so fun?
Okay.
The Dr. podcast. Oh my god. He wouldn't know how to use this book anyway.
This isn't even like
The big
You
end.
guys, he was
No.
probably gonna die anyway.
Yeah, this is not our big pad, so
Okay.
we should
I
use
need.
everything.
Excuse me. I need Elif, Allura, Les,
What?
and Casimir to all make dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
So you're not within 10 feet of me.
But you
Nope.
do get the bless.
You do get the bless.
They're gonna so
So dexterity saving throws.
Oh, I forgot bless on mine, but I still wouldn't have managed it with disadvantage. I needed. Sorry. You gave me bless and
it's
I.
all good. You jumped off the thing.
That's what happens when you doodle. Start doodling.
I just needed to do something to take some of this attention and stress.
Okay.
Eat or
saving
doodle.
throw.
23.
23. Saving throw. Sorry. It was you, Les.
15.
15.
24.
24. And Casimir.
Oh boy.
Maybe the book after all.
Maybe I'll get that book.
He's an elf,
Can't read.
but he's not a good elf.
Oh no, Casimir succeeds.
Nice.
Yay! I take it back.
Did we?
You failed.
What?
Everybody else did.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
So 15 fails. So
I even backed away from the goddamn ledge.
23.
What's he shooting up at you?
It's got good curved arrows.
So, Les, you take 48 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
You succeeded,
0.
so you take 0. You succeeded, so you take 24. And Casimir also takes 24 points of lightning damage.
You okay?
Fuck
Do I get his book yet?
Bless
Yummy.
So you do
already
notice as well,
knows
kind of
Bless
everybody
is
has their eyes trained on this figure, and then you kind of notice that this statue itself, the eye starts to gleam with a blue energy, and it fires out in a series of chain lightning bolts, impact against
There's something in
Allura first, and then jump to Casimir, and then to Elif, and then to
Oh, it's happening.
and then to
It's
Les.
happening.
That's what the. Oh my god.
So, You don't know exactly what's happening, but it seemed like the statue just cast chain lightning at 4 of you.
Time to jump.
Bottom of the round, we come to Casimir, who's looking badly injured, but still up. He's going to go ahead and... What's he going to do?
This is Casimir?
Yeah, this is Casimir.
Murder this
Yeah.
fuck! I hate him so much.
I mean, I don't think old Cassie's gonna do.
Yeah,
much
knowing
right
what his situation is right now, that he's not in the best of places, he's going to duck back behind that wall into the other room. Somebody can just move him over into that other area.
Here?
Yep. And he's going to read through his spell book and cast something, and then you notice that he starts to dematerialize and he begins to vanish. He casts greater invisibility on himself.
That's not you.
What the
You
fuck is
started
going
this.
on?
Wow.
I told you guys we shouldn't save him.
So he casts greater invisibility on himself, and he does say, "I'm still in this fight, but I'm making myself invisible."
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
thanks.
Oh, now
What
you're
about the
okay.
rest of us?
Top of the round, we come to the creature next to you, Hope. Hope,
Yeah.
this is going to be 4 attacks against you.
Cool.
Oh, there's a creature next to you.
Yeah, I
They
jumped.
jump down.
Oh, the dingus, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So 4 attacks against you.
Dingus is reserved for one dingus only.
This is the statue or the
The
man?
big old nerdy
Oh.
dingus.
The big
Touch
dingus.
him.
This is just the minor
Oh.
dingus.
Oh, that would be cuter.
Dingus.
Actually,
really
before
struggling.
he attacks you, he pulls out the sword, and you kind of standing right next to him. You start to hear these slight kind of whispering screams coming from around him. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
No. Cool.
Are you proficient in wisdom? Did it just
I
go up
am.
for you? Okay,
that
good.
fight though, there's not.
Plus you have
Whatever's
blast,
going
don't
on with
forget.
that fucking statue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fireball the fuck out of it, I think.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, even with my aura protection.
Those were both such shitty
Wow.
rolls. That
Wow.
sucks, Hammer.
11.
11 is a failure. So you take, holy shit, you take 26 points of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3d10. I rolled 10, 10, 6. So you
Hey!
take 26 points of psychic damage, and you cannot
I
take reactions
need
until
health,
your next
for
turn.
fuck's
As
sake.
the whispers kind of invade your mind, and you start to hear like, as if he seems to almost be emanating screams of people dying, and the blade itself seems to almost be kind of creating those screams as he waves it through the air. Now he's going to go ahead and make his attacks against you.
Oh, shorty.
First attack is a natural 1.
Yo!
Second one is a...
That guy's in dice jail now.
Second one is a 20. Not natural, just 20.
20 hits.
20 hits. Third attack is a 26.
Hits.
And fourth attack is a 17.
17 misses.
17 misses. Alright, so 2 hits. So he's going to go ahead and hit you with those 2.
Is that 80?
I had 84. I'm keeping track over here though.
Alright, so 10. So you take, for the first attack, 11 points of damage, and for the second one, 10 points of damage.
So 21.
Correct. So he pulls out this scimitar and just starts carving into your armor, cutting through it in a couple of places as the whispering screams are echoing, kind of impacting against your flesh, and they're just filling your mind. So you can't take reactions until your next turn. Okay. At that, he's going to go ahead and jump back from you a little ways. Actually, you know what? He's going
I'm
to hide
resistant
underneath.
to all fire damage.
Ooh, smart.
He's moving underneath, so no one can currently see him. You would all have to jump off the ledge to be able to interact.
Apart
with him
from
anyway.
me.
Correct. You
How
just- Yeah. All right, so that's going to be his turn. Elith, you're up. He has vanished below you,
How far down is this ledge?
30 feet.
So it's not jumping distance.
It's jumping distance, but you would have to make an acrobatics roll to land and still have movement, but you would take damage either way. 1d6 per 10 foot fall.
Useless.
I guess it would be. Is there anywhere that I could tie a rope to for us to climb down?
Not really. There's no banister or any ledge of any kind.
Rope trick, but like put it in front.
I do have rope trick. Can I put it down?
I'd say you should be able to do that, yeah.
Okay.
Because you essentially anchor it to a point, right?
Yeah, you do. Like it's basically anchored and then it goes up 10 feet. So can I anchor it and then basically have it go down 10 feet?
Yeah, you would say
instead?
essentially it would go up 10 feet and then you just go whoop, and then flip it upside down.
Great.
Classic rope trick.
I'm gonna do that.
So
And-
it'll still only let you go 10 feet down. You'd have to
know.
drop, I'd say drop 10 additional 10 feet. So you take, I'd let you make
Acrobatics check.
an acrobatics check to see if you take the damage or not.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Alright, so it's an
Acrobatics
action.
check?
Action to rope
Does the
trick.
rope
That's
stay?
fine.
Alright, so you
Yeah,
cast
it
rope
does.
trick.
You guys can take it.
Yep.
I'll not cast another spell until it's done. 21.
21, sure. I'll say that you land without any issue, and I'll say that you use half of your movement to get down, and so you would have an additional 15 feet of movement if you wanted to, or whatever you're at.
So, but I don't have another action, right? That was my action.
Correct. You have a bonus action.
I do have a bonus action. Okay, I'm gonna move. Back actually.
That's smart. Yeah.
And
What is
wait, no, is rope trick? I'm just gonna check and see if rope trick is a concentration. Hang on, just a tick. It is not concentration.
Cool. There you go.
Then, but I guess since I cast that, I can't cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And is rope trick a cantrip, or is that
That's what
spell?
we're gonna do.
It is a spell.
Just because it's spell? Yeah.
It's just that it's one of my Gloomstalker spells. It's not one of my like learned
Yeah, no,
spells.
it's still a spell.
Okay.
But I don't have ranged isn't good.
But cantrips can be bonus actions.
Cantrips can be bonus actions, yeah.
whatever's in there?
Okay.
Like, sorry, I think there's only 1 or 2 bonus action cantrips.
Okay. No, it's fine. Is there anything else I can do as a bonus action? Like, I know I can't dodge because that's a rogue.
I would say you'd just be able to pull out whatever weapons you want to use. So if you want to use your short sword and your shield, or if you want to use your bow, it's up to you.
Maybe.
The Wicker Man?
Yeah, I'll
Nicholas
keep my
Cage.
bow up.
Maybe there's something
Oh,
special
yeah.
about it.
No. One from you,
It's not
Les.
gonna heal me though.
Les, you have a rope dangling off the edge that you
For what it's worth, guys, the
scramble
rope is
down.
like right here on this square.
Carol, let you mark that one here if you want.
We're staying for 26 and one fucking run.
420.
That's worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
I
tall is
wish
the statue?
right
Statue?
now.
It's 30 feet. So it's the top of the statue is pretty much at eye level with the floor beneath you.
Okay.
big is
I'm
How
gonna
far away is it?
move.
From where you are right now.
Yeah, the edge of the-
Technically, that thing is a little ways over, so it should be covering.
Why are you going? Oh, come on.
It should be.
Yeah, that's good.
Why don't we just move this guy over?
There we go. Let's just do this.
Oh,
Oh, that makes
okay.
sense. I kind of like that because I genuinely then couldn't see that guy.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
Oh
shit.
god.
Sorry.
What's happening? Okay.
we did it. Yeah.
He's technically there.
So there's
Casimir's in this area here, unless.
No, I was not there. I was
sorry.
over
No,
here.
he moved over
So you're
that
in
way.
the other room. You're
I'm up.
completely out of the fight.
I am right now because I went from 74 to 26 HP.
Okay.
I'm doing second wind.
Alright.
Fucking.
Bonus action, yeah.
Yep. Alright, that's 5 plus 9, so that's 14.
Okay, heal 14.
Sorry, I needed a stressy.
That's very fair.
Okay.
Little clammy oranges.
Hmm?
With little clammies. Or those mandarins.
I think they're wee clammies.
Oh,
Clammies.
Clammies, little clammies.
And do I have any more potions left?
I think each of you should probably have a couple potions at least.
I have some gingerbread still.
No, I gave
that's
away
a
my
wall
potion.
gingerbread.
I know,
You
it's
gave it to
great.
me. I didn't take it. I gave it back to you.
I have.
I gave it to
bubbles.
someone.
Well, I'm going to use my
It sounds
yeah,
like
one. I have one potion of healing left.
Okay.
yeah, I
Is it
think I
2d4
gave
plus
it to
2?
Les
Yeah.
then.
Go for it.
Definitely gave it away.
Well, so you're taking care of yourself right now, then.
A little bit of self-care. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
sorry.
Just go into that side room, give yourself some self-care,
Two.
come back
What's
out.
he doing in there?
4.
Some
Six.
A little
Oh,
bit of
that
voyeurism,
feels so
but
much
Casimir is
Yeah.
invisible
Guys,
watching
guys,
the
guys, guys,
self-care.
come on. 2d4, so that's 6 plus 2.
Yeah, so you
Would you
heal
like you
8.
to come
Yeah.
on?
8 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so Les, that's going to be your whole turn. Leaf, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Valor, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna skirt back where Les is.
Okay, so you're going through the doors back
Yeah,
into the
through
other
the
doors.
doors. I want to be able to see out one of the arrow splits.
So the arrow slits are in the hallway. They're like a good
This way?
100 feet from where you are. No, this way.
This way. Ah.
This is the hallway.
Okay.
Down this way.
Okay.
Okay.
It'd be 2 moves to get there.
Okay.
Dash.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get there with your current movement.
Okay, I do want to stay in here and cast Cure Wounds on Les.
Okay.
Just that first level, just to top him up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Do it up.
Yes. Fucking ow.
That's 15 points of healing.
15 points to less. Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. So that's your action. Anything as a bonus?
That'll
No. No, I think I'm good.
Wait, sorry, Leaf, did you take damage?
No.
No, okay. I was going to say. Yeah, you did take
No, I'm basically just gonna kind of post around that corner, but I know that there's some shit going on in the statue, so.
Alright, sounds good. That's gonna be your turn. Allura, you're up. Doctor, you're on deck.
Noted.
I'm gonna crawl down this thing.
No.
So you're climbing down the rope?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be half your movement to get down.
Okay,
I need you to
so-
make an acrobatics check to drop and not take any damage.
Uh, 24.
24, you're fine. So you land 3-point landing, immediately get back to your feet because you've got half your movement remaining.
I will. So I was here. I'm going to take a rapier attack against Fucktard.
Against him? Sure.
Fucktard!
Sorry, I'm swearing a lot today, you guys. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. They got fucktard.
Yep. So yeah,
I don't know
rapier
that
attack, go and make your attack.
Yeah, it's not a good one. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's what. Sorry.
Make your attack.
Sometimes we say things we don't mean when we're
Yes,
stressed. It's
exactly. Thank you.
But thanks for recognizing it's not cruel.
It's not cool. It's not a good one. It's a bad one. It's not unacceptable one. I'm going to rapier attack against our stupid friend. It's a natural 20.
Yay!
Yes!
There are
we
no
go.
creatures within 5 feet. You also
Yes!
get sneak
Yes!
attack.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, so it's a 21 if I'm gonna be, because I less.
Well, it doesn't matter. Natural 20 is an auto crit.
So that is going to be
You hit an
1d8.
ancient red dragon with a basic sling on a natural 20. Like that's kind of what it does. It's just an auto hit.
Okay.
So double all of your dice.
Okay,
Do you
so
believe
I
in
think
magic?
ninth level was a 1 higher sneak attack for you as well, wasn't it?
yeah, so it's 5d6.
So it's 10d6
Fuck.
plus 2d8
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
plus your dex.
Can we get a
plus
little like?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Make him explode.
The dice box is not large enough. Oh, wait,
Yeah, I should use
You
one
should
for
probably
this one.
use
Yeah. Okay, so wait, it's 10. It's
10d6
10d6 and 2d8
Correct.
plus
Welcome to the
my
Thunder
plus
Dome.
5.
Yeah, plus your dex plus 1.
Okay.
Good.
Whew. Okay, so we got
A lot of numbers.
so
So much mathing right now.
22 25
This guy's so badly.
30
I think you're gonna get kill stole.
Dude, there's
35
punch the shit out of this.
Yeah, please attack the statue.
40,
But dude, like, is it a
45,
conduit or
46,
is it a living
47,
Doesn't matter. We're just gonna
9,
punch the fuck out of
51,
him.
52 points of damage.
52 points of damage. As
Yeah!
Laura nimbly jumps down, one arming it down, pulling out the rapier, lands, runs forward, and stabs directly
Hey,
in.
just like your
A
swashbuckling days.
gigantic ice crystal blossoms across the center of his chest, and he almost shatters parts of the armor and the cloak as your sheer rage built up into that one strike finally pierces and hits home after not being able to do really anything in the previous fight. This one, you are definitely able to do something, and he takes a heavy hit, staggers back, and there is clear blood starting to pour out of the wound.
Well,
I am then going to go pew.
Crossbow! Dead.
Shoot him in the kneecap. Ah!
Go for it, make your attack.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck that. Yeah.
It's a lad, right?
That would be a. Oh, maybe it's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Over here, you have less.
You got the plus. You
12.
12 misses.
Pew!
Yeah, so he takes the impact and kind of not expecting the nimbleness from a human jumping in front of him, you pull out the crossbow and he just instinctively ducks low and almost catches your foot and knocks you off balance a little, but you manage to catch yourself and you're knocked down.
So I still have 15 feet of movement, so I am going to back the fuck up.
Okay, good to know. That's going to be your turn. On from you, we come to Doctor.
hello.
Hope you're
So,
on deck.
I too am going to duck around the corner here.
Okay.
I can still see though, right? Sort of.
You can't see him, but you can see the top of the statue.
There's a wall
Fantastic.
here,
That's all I want.
but yeah.
So I'm going to cast Flame Strike on the statue.
Flame strike on the statue, okay?
It's a 10-foot radius and 40 feet up.
Yep.
So that should be just the statue.
Okay. So flame strike on the statue. You begin to cast the spell. You start to feel it go, and then you kind of instinctively are focusing on your target, and you see very small amount of movement come from outside the eye of the statue, and your spell fails.
Oh!
Okay, so there is a dude in there.
There's a little fucking thing.
There's a guy in there. Okay, good.
There's a spellcaster inside of Barney.
Good, I know this
Let's
now.
get him out like a little crab.
Okay.
Little crab.
So you do still mark out the spell slot.
Yeah.
You
That's
still
not an
use
issue.
it, but
Yeah.
you knowing this and seeing what the situation is, you have been counterspelled.
Ah, very good.
Oh, actually, sorry, it's a 5th level spell, right?
It is.
I have to roll for this.
Oh!
What's your? So it's a 5th level spell.
My spell save is 19.
No, it doesn't matter for that. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, he has to make a yes, because he's only casting counterspell at 3rd level. He has to make an ability check, but his bonuses are more than enough.
Okay, cool.
I wanted to.
Good to know. Okay, so I am going to kind of stay poked around that corner.
There's someone in that
I'm going to
thing.
communicate that to Leaf.
He's
'cause
calling
I might
from
not have
inside
seen
the
that.
house.
Sounds good.
And she's like, Leaf, there's a guy in the statue.
Les, there's a guy in the statue.
Let's find a way into the statue. That's what I'm going to say next.
Rage is building.
Wait.
Onyx's rage is building.
Wait. We saw him. You said pop out of an eye, right?
Yeah.
Can you like weasel into the eye?
You know who the fuck is in that
Theoretically,
statue?
you haven't seen the back of the
Mad
statue. You don't know
mage.
how somebody would get in.
Well, this thing attacked me last, so I was definitely gonna just be like, fuck this thing!
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, hey, Les, there's a guy in the statue and you haven't seen the back, so you might find a way into the statue if you go in the back.
Hope you're up.
Action done.
Hello. Okay.
So the whispers in your ears kind of fade at this point. You're just, and you've got your senses back to you again.
Yeah, he is within range, but how fucked up is that guy looking?
Seems fine.
Swing it.
He's hurt, but he's not like.
Remember what I said before? He's got high AC and high HP.
Oh yeah. Okay. Great.
When you said you had 70-something hit points, and I said he has substantially more hit
Yes.
points than you do.
All right. Let me
I
come
can
at
only
him.
see the back of his head, but he looks really tough.
Can't even see the back of his head, but he looks really
The
tough.
back of his cloak
Five.
looks really rugged and
10,
hard.
15.
Okay, so you're going to combat with him. Go and make your first
Yeah.
attack.
Great sword.
Not at disadvantage this time, just straight attack.
Ah!
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're blessed, so you get your d4 as well.
Fuck yeah.
Punch his nuts.
Yeah.
I am punching those nuts. Okay, 28.
That'll hit.
I am punching those nuts.
Damage on that.
Those nuts are getting
And I'm going to sink in some more Divine Smite.
Okay, go for it.
So I'm going to do a 2d6 and 2d8. I'm just going to do it level 1.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, the heart of cinnamon means that like wherever we're coming, there's just people that are like, oh, it's warm now.
Yeah.
No, it only affects you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Allied creatures within 30
So it's
feet
like a
are
nice
immune to
bath.
the effects of
Yeah,
acid.
it's basically I peed in the water and you're welcome.
Oh, well, now I'm going to leave.
They peed in all of your boots.
wondered what
That's
that
probably
was.
worse for it.
Oddly
Damage on that.
satisfying.
Alright, yeah, should I just do one level or should I do a level?
YOLO.
I mean, this is turning out to be a little more.
We're probably gonna rest after this
Just a
anyway.
little scrap.
Somewhere.
This is more challenging
Yeah.
than I thought it was going to be. I've already
I
burned
will
so
say
many
as well,
spell
just so all of you are aware, something that you couldn't really see across the chamber.
Fuck.
Beside the statue where Allura and where you are right now, none of you up top can see this. You drop down on the rope. There is a shining amber sealed door directly beside you.
Oh,
Shiny?
Fuck
Yeah.
Like
Shiny.
Like none
Shimmering?
of the other ones are shining.
No, like
Like-
now there's firelight flickering against it
Yeah.
from the torch that Les has, so it's kind
Yeah.
of like playing firelight
Right.
across
So,
the door.
so you're saying that it looks different and more special than all of the other doors.
You've never seen another door with firelight hitting it.
Oh, okay.
So it's in comparison to the ones you've seen where it's like darkness and amber. There is a clear sealed door there, and on the opposite side, there's a broken down wall here. So we'll use these to kind of indicate.
So the
things.
door is like in the.
Nope. So
Okay.
there's a door right here.
This is the guy.
That's our gap, and then there's a door underneath here. Same
Okay.
same gap, but it's sealed. That one is open, and it looks like it's been broken down. This one looks sealed.
Okay, alright.
So
I'm just gonna
Damage on the
do
first two.
a level 1.
yeah.
And that was great weapon fighting, so I'm re-rolling this one die.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is 17
Can't think about that
plus.
right now.
It was plus 6, did you say? Because it was plus strength plus.
Strength plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is 23.
23. Okay, good to know. Second attack.
And I'm gonna whack them again with my great sword.
Whack.
Whack. But
Yeah,
that.
bless.
No.
Ah.
19.
No.
19? Yeah, 19 just misses. First one impacts, and you can see him start to stagger back. He's definitely looking pretty hurt at this point, but not enough to bring him down.
Oh,
That's-
wait. That. I didn't. Oh, no, that is included in that, yeah.
Alright, that's your turn.
And I have 15 feet left. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out.
Hanging out? Alright, sounds
Yeah,
good.
because he'll attack me if I.
Alrighty. So, next up, with no visible line of sight. Oh yeah, no, don't worry. I got that. Elif, you catch out of the corner of your eye with the person having the longest dark vision of this, kind of like looking up and now realizing what's happening within the statue there. Just out of the corner of your left eye, you look up instinctively and you see a little bit of green flame out of one of the arrow slits on the opposite side. I need all three of you. Actually, no, Hope you would not be included with this. But I need Leith and Allura to both make dexterity saving throws as a fireball comes screeching out of one of the mouths of
What the fuck is
one of the creatures on the
Casimir
other side.
I would like to cast Absorb Elements, which is a
He's in the wagon.
reaction.
He's
Okay,
gone.
what does that do?
The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack.
Grab that shit!
You have
Also,
resistance to the
waterbending
triggering
bullshit.
damage type until the start of your next turn, and the next time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 damage to the triggering type and the spell ends.
Good to know. Alrighty.
So, I'm not sure, it doesn't actually tell me if it mitigates any of the damage I would get.
Resistance means half the damage.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So still need you to make a dexterity saving
Yeah,
throw,
for
so
sure.
Allura.
I rolled a 1. I got a 1 on my bless, but I do have +8, so I still rolled a 10.
So a 10 is a failure, but it's a success for you, so
So
you
I
do take half damage.
21?
21 is a success, so you take halved, so you take a quarter damage.
Wow.
Okay, sweet.
So this would be 6 fire damage. Ooh, that's good. 16.
So this fireball just came out of the slit in the wall?
Yep.
green
On the
skulls.
other side, the flaming skulls have kind of heard the commotion, and one of them has floated up to one of his arrow slits and fired a fireball down in the center of the chamber. It's the kill box. So that is
Great.
31 points of fire damage. So half to 15 for you, half to 7 for you.
Okay.
And so, what is it you store? You just add
I
a D6
store it, and then I add a 1d6 of
Fire damage.
fire damage
to your next melee.
to my next melee attack, or to the next time somebody hits me
Good to know.
in a melee attack.
So you can see Elith kind of the flames wrap around both of you, but a little bit just kind of stays wrapped around Elith, almost controlling it a little bit. Alrighty, so that's going to be the first of the Flame Skull's turns. Next up, we come to the statue. The statue is going to go ahead and cast another Chain Lightning. All three of you down underneath. Yeah, makes the most sense. So he's going to go ahead and
Probably just
actually.
get the fuck out of here.
You know what? He's not. Seeing the situation with how rough that guy's looking.
Are we gonna get a
they
Wizard of Oz
friends?
moment?
Well, I think it was like
They were hanging out.
kneeling.
They were talking.
It's like
Well, there's like a little dirty man hanging out.
Okay, I need Hope, Elith, and Allura to all make Charisma saving throws.
ooh, I failed this one. Oh, show.
Me too.
Yep. No one is within 10 feet, so no one gets the bonus for
We get blessed
blessed.
though.
I
You
get-
get bless.
Yeah, I get it myself.
You get it yourself.
don't.
Correct.
Sadly.
Cool.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Heck up.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I fail for sure.
Sorry, I saw different numbers. 17?
17,
10.
10,
28.
28. Hope you succeed. The other two of you, no one knows, but Hope you see they blink out of existence.
Oh!
You don't know. You two vanished off the board.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, it's
Hope
the,
you've just
the
seen
thing.
no movement of any kind. Engage with the creature, and you kind of instinctively turn over and look at Elith and Allura, and they are gone.
Well, it's been fun rolling with you.
So my backup
rounds.
character.
So we're gonna have here, right?
Bottom of the round, we come to Casimir.
Alright, let's get this.
With greater invisibility cast on himself, he is concentrating on
Shank that fool.
He's going to come out here.
Trips and falls.
Towards the edge of that.
Oh god.
And because of how the overhang works, he can't even see. Like, technically, it's even further over.
Why are you always ruining the top level,
Jumps
Jordy?
off to his death.
Technically, can't even see that, but he did notice the spell that was cast out of the center of that. So he's gonna go ahead. What's he gonna do?
God damn, man.
Hey, you know what? He's gonna cast Fireball.
Yeah, he is.
He's gonna cast a 4th level Fireball.
4th level?
Yep.
Kessler, where were you?
And he's like 500 years old. He's had some time to get to.
No,
He's got 40 hit points. He's a wizard. He can't do shit until he's called upon, and this triggered him. So he's going to cast Fireball on the statue. The creature is going to make a dexterity saving throw.
So do we think it's the Mad Mage in the statue?
I don't think so.
No.
Has advantage on saving throw.
I think
Someone
it's
in there.
I think
So he's
it's
gonna
like
succeed.
a Rick.
Oh, I don't think it's a Rick situation.
Yeah, because this guy's like a fighter. Like he has a scimitar and he's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
And
so it's
Jordy said he got into a fighter's stance,
Yeah,
so he probably
It's
wouldn't
not a
have
spellcaster.
a magical creature, but maybe he has an ally in there.
Oh my god,
That'd be my
that's
thought.
so funny.
What?
Okay.
No.
Oh, Jordan. We don't like that.
no.
Oh, no,
You're not
it's-
allowed to
it's
have
fine,
fun.
It's fine.
No, we do.
Fine for whom? Fine for whom?
Okay, I'm really pissed off because now the after eights are underneath.
I
the
know,
whole
me too! I've been so upset
They're all
about that.
gone. They're all gone.
They're all gone?
You guys have been eating them all like
I did eat a
non-stop,
lot
like
of them.
5 at a time.
I
All
wasn't.
right. What's up? Casimir fires a fireball out, and the entire statue just gets engulfed in flame. And you do hear kind of like a coming from inside the statue. Well, I should say the only people who hear that are Hope and Casimir.
Good.
Top of the round, the guy next to Hope, kind of looking over at you, just kind of. Alright then. And he's gonna go and make his 4 strikes against you after using his bonus action to make you make
When is
a
my
wisdom
turn?
saving throw.
After making me make a wisdom saving
Yeah,
throw?
we've gone through. We haven't even gotten
Oh,
this
that's
is
true, actually.
3rd round of combat.
That's
Yeah.
That's it.
That first round you got yeeted.
Two of us are no longer existent.
Oh, that'll speed things up.
Yeah, we just breezed past. No, wait, we didn't.
Well,
You get blessed and you get.
After him, it's supposed to be me, so we'll see what happens. If we just breeze by, then we're somewhere else.
I don't have another character.
So what's
you
your
guys.
thing?
I mean, I think
For
We'll have to do some
wisdom?
brainstorming.
Yeah,
I think we
wisdom
got
saving throw.
banished.
Well,
Right, so a
I rolled
10 rounds.
a nat 1 with a nat 1 on my D4.
That's what happened to me.
That's
And
not gonna
then,
beat it.
but I have a +8 because I have +6.
10 is not good enough, so you take.
I mean, I'm
This
getting
is
the
the
fuck
exact
out.
same thing that happened to me.
Yeah, we're gonna start our own.
You are
campaign.
going in dice jail.
Hope, you take 14 points of psychic damage.
Fuck you.
Are
Okay.
you still up?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Hit. First of the 4 attacks coming in against you.
Oh boy.
TPK, you guys.
First one is
No,
an
we're leaving.
18. Does 18 hit?
18
Yeah, so-
misses.
Yeah, me and Leaf are gonna
Most
start
party.
our-
What's
Party.
that?
You're like,
Oh, no, actually,
Everyone
no,
over
you're
here
right,
can
18
leave.
hits.
Yes, okay.
It's +1 if I had the shield out.
We're just on vacation.
Yeah.
You take 9
Another
points of
plane of
slashing damage.
existence.
You guys will
Well,
be back.
You're
It'll be
still
great
up.
when you guys go
I'm
back
still
to
up.
Milwaukee
Second
and
attack.
meet 3 new
It's a 20
level
to
9
hit, so that's
characters in the
gonna
Blue Water Inn.
hit.
I'm
I'm
really
like-
excited to
points
go
of
back to
slashing
Milwaukee and
I'm
then set
still
it on
up.
fire.
Third attack is a 23 to hit.
I'm hit.
That's 12 points.
I'm down.
Okay.
Okay.
So on the third attack, you fall. No one sees except for Casimir, who's currently invisible. To the ground, starting to bleed out, and you see him kind of like raise his scimitar for his 4th attack. And he sheathes the scimitar and turns around and begins to walk away.
That son of a bitch!
Interesting. Interesting.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he kind of looks back up, having seen the fireball be cast, and he looks back up at the edge of the thing and just, I'll see you again soon. And kind of turns his back on everything. From him, we come to Elif. You are gone. Less.
You have no clue what's going on,
You
and
literally
I.
Fucking
no
nothing.
idea. You just,
And I'm.
you've
do you want to
heard
knock me prone?
on the other side.
Also,
That's
I
about
told
it.
him there was some guy in the statue.
You did. He told you there was some guy in the statue, and
Yeah.
he seems
Do
to
you
be a
wanna knock me
spellcaster of some
prone?
kind.
So after I
Pardon.
had my whole body erupt in smoke
Yep.
and took a serious hit, and I kind of retreated into the corridor
Yeah.
there, drank my potions, fucking shook it off,
Yep.
and then he said, "There's a little man in that statue." that lit me up. And use my action to dash.
Yep.
So I go 30 feet, which takes me about here.
Yep.
dash to right here.
So you're jumping off the edge, or are you taking
Yeah.
the rope down?
The rope's over here.
Yeah.
The
The rope
rope.
will take you 10.
I will say, if
Down.
you wanted to, you could try to make a running leap to the statue.
Ooh.
Because what's
He
your
needs to.
horizontal jump distance? It's.
That is the most less thing that could happen.
really
Yeah.
Let me just look.
I
it up.
won't accept anything
I did
else,
want to run
really.
like right over. That's what I was basically trying to do.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
5e horizontal jump. Hey, there's a jump calculator. What is your strength score?
My strength.
You're yoked.
It's +3, 16.
16.
Anybody?
How tall are
Are you
you?
okay if I open the window for a second, you guys?
Fuck,
Is that
I
fine?
don't
5
know,
feet.
If anyone's
6'3".
chilly, I'll close
6'3".
it. I'm just-
You can jump 16 feet horizontally. That is a 15-foot jump.
Yo!
So you would be able to make a running leap. You will take damage because you're running at full speed, smacking into a stone statue. But you'll be
Oh
able
my
to
God.
leap and try to grab onto the statue if you
Yeah.
want to.
You're Tom Cruise about to break your ankle.
I was just thinking that.
Sure,
Oh my god,
fuck
your
it.
brain.
Go and make an athletics check for me.
So we're taking off.
I think we
So you want to get out? Get some ice cream?
Oh, can
Ooh, that's 23.
I know,
23.
like
I'll
those
say
two.
you
They're
take
like,
1d6 of
like,
damage
some
just
ice
for the
cream?
sheer force of that. You take 1 point of
Whoa!
bludgeoning damage.
Less mad.
As you just
It's the
leap off the edge, shield in one hand, spear in the other, and kind of hold yourself onto the statue. And you've kind of got access. You can see the eye now. The face is kind of wreathed in darkness, but as you get a little bit closer, your vision actually completely goes. You can kind of feel around in there, and you can feel there is a hole there, but it appears to be some kind of created darkness around the face.
Can I get in it?
You can attempt to. So you kind of like clamber yourself around. You would have to burn your action to move if you wanted to do that.
So I'm on top of it.
So you're kind of on top of the head, and you're like feeling around for handholds, and your hand kind of grasps a clear hole that you can potentially climb
cockpit.
through.
Oh my god, get in.
But if I get in there, if there's a mage in there, I'm gonna have nothing else to do, and he's
Get
gonna
in the
fucking hit
robot.
me.
What happened the
Yes.
last time?
You do have
Face
action
the
surge
mage.
still. So you've used your
No, I use action surge. Or no, oh no, that's right.
No.
Sorry, that's my second thing.
Yeah.
No, wait.
So you
Hold on.
So you
I
used
went here.
So you
Use
used
dash.
your movement.
Yeah.
You dash to make the jump. So
That's
you
what
can
I did,
Action
right.
surge to try and climb in.
Yeah, that was the second part that I was doing. I got so excited about jumping on the thing. Yeah, action surge, going inside into the fucking statue.
So you kind of like try and climb around, and you find the hole, and the hole is kind of big enough for you to squeeze through. And you kind of poke your head through, and eventually your eyes pass through the darkness, and you can actually see the inside of this. And you see standing inside there is a very odd. I'll actually tell you over there because no one else knows.
Oh yes!
I picture the scene as like a reverse Ace Ventura coming out of the window. Like,
Oh
she's
my
like,
God.
like,
It's the second time that Les has been involved in that image.
Well, because it's always
little
coming out of
fingers
rhino
are, like,
asses.
kicking out on the outside as he tries to like squish its way in.
So I think I'm gonna try.
Oh, you
Oh my
I
guys.
think I'm gonna try play.
Where the fuck are we?
I don't know.
You can
Let's
see-
roleplay
We're
this.
like making
The
some
fuck
daisy
are we?
chains
Yeah.
on like another
Oh my
plane.
God.
Thinking like Candyland.
Have
Yeah.
you seen The Good Place? I imagine
You're
I
not
love
able to
that show.
You're in,
climb
like,
through.
Janet's-
It's a little bit too
Oh, the
tough, but your
void.
arms
Yeah,
are
you're in
kind of
Janet's
through. Your
void.
torso is just a little bit
That
too
makes
wide.
sense.
Your shield is definitely too big to get through the hole, but you can kind of attack. So I
Wait, I can't get inside the
no,
thing?
you can
Oh,
poke
it's a
your
tight
head
hole?
through, but it's a little bit too tight.
You're
You
Winnie
can't
the
fit your
Pooh.
shoulders through. You can kind of attack
cuter.
through it.
If I let go of the
That's
shield,
way
can I
cuter
get in
than
it?
me being like,
Not
oh, that's
really.
one
Like your
tight
shoulders
hole.
are
Yeah.
too wide.
Or
for
the,
what
like,
the,
Ace
So I'm literally at Hulk, but like, yeah.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, like, sorry, to be fair, you haven't actually action surged yet. You moved 15 feet of your movement as part of an action. Clambered around the skull, or the head, and kind of stuck your head through and saw what you saw.
Okay.
So you could action surge to do something else, but you won't really be able to fit through that. You kind of look to your sides, and you realize it's just too tight for you to climb through.
Yo, wall of water, that shit.
You could bottle
I
the
feel
saga.
Oh, yeah.
Drown him.
Yeah. You're essentially trying to fit through a hole about this big. The size of this
You know
center
what
square.
Is that, So
Yeah.
this is the only way
Oh,
in and
I
out?
don't think your hog would fit
From what
through
you
that.
can see, there doesn't appear to be a back to this that is clearly like a door or anything like that. So you're not sure.
Totally is a dome.
Yeah, I'm going to, with my sort of innate Triton ability that I can cast. Well, like, how does wall of water can like fill? It's a.
Yeah.
I'll fucking try it. I'm going to like burst into the hole, surprise this fucking guy in there, And then I'm
Create a
going.
wall of water on the ground at a point you can see, up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet high, and up to 1 foot thick.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna
so you
look
can
down
just
at him,
fill this.
and then I'm just gonna go, like, just start fucking fire hosing water into the bottom of the base of the statue.
Okay.
Hopefully soaking whatever the dude's reading.
So you kind of instinctively do that, and as you do it, your hand comes out, and you're used to casting wall of water. You've done it a bunch of times. It's an innate Triton ability. But just with the sheer frustration that you're feeling right now, you kind of go to cast the spell, and it continues, and it rages out, and the water just starts filling the chamber, and then all of a sudden your hands start to crystallize slightly, and it becomes just a sheer wall of ice, and suddenly you realize that you're not firing water at him, you're firing ice.
Yo!
I need you to roll 10d. I think it's 10d8.
Yo! Because you got a cold!
I need you to roll 8d8 cold damage.
Holy!
8d8?
Whoa!
Do you need some d8s, friend?
Here, use my sparkly one.
Alright, he does succeed.
4, 5,
What killed the dinosaurs?
6,
The ice.
7,
Hang on, which one do you want out of these?
Hey, Jordy.
Oh, I got.
Slack.
Hold on. I'll change mine for this one.
What
So
are
1,
each
2, 3,
contributions?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, check.
Holy
God.
shit, that's a lot. of
Do a
stuff.
murder on him.
Hold on, I'm done.
Yeah.
with the calculator.
Nice to meet
Do you want to read them aloud and we can add
hold on.
it? Or would you like to add it up
Ice
yourself?
JJ
6,
fish.
5,
We've got to get what's his face.
7,
That's what
2,
24,
2,
26,
3,
29,
1, 30. 30 points of cold damage.
30 points of cold damage. Okay, so he does succeed on a saving throw, so it's 15, and he is unfortunately resistant to cold damage.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So it's 7,
Dude, this
but
thing
you
is
still
shit.
deal 7 points of cold damage to him.
From
And you,
30 to
Good job, buddy. You did 7
to be
points.
fair, Casimir was 31, and it got knocked down to 7 as well.
Yeah.
Like, he did a fireball, and it didn't do anything. But you kind of, after that, you kind of just feel a little bit lightheaded, and you just, and you fall back
No,
onto
that's
the
not good.
statue. You fall to the ground. You're close enough to the ground that you're not going to take any damage from it, but you kind of land prone, and you're just kind of, and you're just kind of blinking around a little bit. You're going to be stunned for 1 turn.
Oh, fucking hell!
All right, so that's going to be your turn. On from you, we come to Leaf.
What do you think?
And Leaf has no idea what's going on down here.
Absolutely not. You saw Les leap to that thing, started seeing water gushing out, and then all of a sudden the head of this statue just solid ice.
Does that mean he's frozen in it though?
No.
Oh fuck.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast.
It doesn't freeze creatures, it just deals cold damage. Essentially, you're being pelted by
But
sleet.
does that freeze access to the statue?
You don't know.
Okay.
Sweet. Sounds fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going on, so.
I do know that there's a dirty little something living in. Oh my goodness.
I picture it's like.
Spiritual weapon. I want to cast spiritual weapon
Sure.
at
You wanna
3rd
frolic?
level.
Alright.
Third level?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
3rd level?
I'll also just use this just so everybody can see, because I was bored.
Fuck that thing.
Oh, of course.
Okay, and I want to fly it into the hole of the thing and
Can I
dump
paint
whatever's in there.
You want to what?
Fly it into the hole that Les was punching into.
Okay, so it's wreathed in magical darkness.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't see the hole. You kind of saw the hand pierce through the magical darkness, and that was it, and then it retracted inside.
Can I shoot through?
You can attempt to, but
Right,
you're
yeah.
not, like, if it's something where you have to target a creature, you aren't unable to see them.
Okay, heck.
What about this guy though? He's still within range or within sight, right? He hasn't actually left the.
Casimir? Oh, him? Yeah, he's still there. If you ran out, you would be able to see the guy
Okay.
on the
Y'all
ground.
do
trying
that.
to do that.
Y'all do that.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
So what are you doing to him?
Just doing the old moss ball. You know
Oh, the
how-
old moss ball, alright.
You know how it is.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Dunk, 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 dunk,
Here,
dunk.
sure, we can use this as a moss ball.
It's not gonna hit.
It's not gonna hit? Alright.
So I'm gonna duck back.
Alright, so ducking back inside. Alrighty, that's gonna be your turn, Leaf. Allura, you're gone. Doc, you're up.
Ooh, okay. Let me, oh boy. And so there's magical darkness. I cannot see the
You
little
can't
man.
see through. He's essentially right now being affected by area of effect spells. Fireball worked, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Cool. If that's the case, I am going to.
Yeah, here. Man, I made 3 of them because there are 3 flame spells on the other side.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I love little minis.
pop
Oh,
around.
don't worry, there's only one slit they
Oh,
can see
okay.
through.
I'm gonna pop around the corner,
I want to.
Yep.
and I'm gonna
around.
drop a fireball at 5th level.
Like here?
Not that far. I don't need to be that close.
Okay.
You just need to be able to see over the edge.
Yeah, yeah,
What
sure.
are you fireballing? The statue or the guy running away?
Statue.
Okay.
Yeah,
So dexterity saving throw for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get fucking murdered.
You're on
That
You're
is
on the ground.
18.
Okay. Well, that's a 19 for roll.
Hey!
So that is not half damage. So go and roll your damage on that.
Okay.
Don't
So
count
that
damage.
is
10d6, I think.
10d6.
Fuck.
I'm gonna need some extra d6, all y'all.
Yo.
I've
If
got
any
all
you
of the
don't.
D6. Skull, for
Do you need
sure.
more?
How many more do you need?
Let me take a look here. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't need one. Okay. Here we go. Big money, no whammies. Oh, very few whammies.
Last one, last
out.
one.
Yeah, you
Oh,
need
I lost
it.
one. Oh, well.
Tried.
0, 6, 12, 18, 24, 8, 2, 5, 6, 7, 40 points.
40 points. Nicely done.
Nice.
Alright, so the fire vanishes and you can see the blackness and immediately just wipes off the fire, but you do hear a heavy
Was everybody
coming from inside of that. And I'll say as well, you fired it high enough off the ground that it didn't hit less.
Yeah, that was
Thank the
that
fucking
that was the
god.
plan. I was aiming for
Not
the
a-
head, and then I'm gonna pop back around the corner.
Pop back around the corner.
Because
Alright, sounds
I
good.
am a squishy coward.
Alright, next up from there, we come to Hope. Hope,
Oh,
on
right.
the ground, you
This is
kind of
there's a wall here, so you
begin
can
coughing
go
up
around the
blood.
corner.
Oh,
and then
that's right.
Kind of immediately, your breath comes back to you. You are stable at 1 hit point.
Oh, how did they stabilize?
You don't know.
Oh.
You kind of immediately are used to bleeding out. And you just kind of look around, and there's no
Boy, are
one
they
around you
ever.
except for less on the ground. And you
Yes.
Oh, of course.
And you look around. Casimir hasn't had his turn. You're not sure.
Oh.
Casimir can't even see you. You're underneath him.
Oh.
What?
Is there something
You're
that
at
you
1
picked
hit
up
point. You're
since the
stable,
last time?
and you can act as you normally would. What would you like to do on
Like
your
the
turn?
sword?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, that's
You're
great.
smiling, so I'm like, the fuck
Oh,
you done?
very good.
Nobody knows what the spell does, but yeah.
Oh. We love our cleric.
We
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, he sent me a message on Slack last week.
The best power bottom of all time.
So,
Yes, indeed.
it would take you half your movement to stand up. You wouldn't be able to catch the guy trying to flee, but you theoretically could try and toss a spell at him if you wanted to.
Sure. I'm pissed. I'm gonna aim firebolt.
Go for it.
Fuck him up.
You still have bless, so you get D4.
This could be it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is 13 plus proficiency in initiative.
But intelligence.
Proficiency in intelligence. Yeah, that's not quite enough. Fuck. That's,
18?
yeah.
Yeah, 18 just misses. He kind of just dodges out of the way, instinctively looking back as the firebolt passes harmlessly over his shoulder.
That's the old how, isn't that just
As a bonus, can I lay on hands myself?
It's an action to bonus him, or to lay on hands.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sure is.
Alright, that's going to be your turn. Next up, we have creature inside. He's looking up at Casimir, who's still invisible. What's he gonna do?
Maybe he should get out of his fucking
30
statue.
damage.
we're actually doing the exact same thing to this guy.
Good. As well we should.
Actually, having to be honest, because I would have still had 15 feet of movement, wouldn't I?
Yep. Yeah, you could have moved as well.
Yeah, seeing Les prone, I would have went over Les.
Checked on him.
So that was 10 feet. Can I? No, I can't use anything else. But yeah, just to. Yo, Les!
Hey, bud.
Alright, so you kind of run to the base of the statue. Shit, that actually sucks because now I can't see you. You know what? Actually, at this point, he's looking pretty hurt. Yeah. So you looking at Les? Yeah, no one else would see. Funnily enough, Les, you're kind of like looking around a little bit, and like your eyes are blinking back to you as you're starting to come back to it, but it's still definitely not there. You kind of look up and you see the same figure that you saw kind of lean out of the eye and reach down and cast a spell targeting directly at you. Green energy forms around the end of his hand, and you kind of just like roll off to the side, like kind of expecting inevitable death. I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Oh, this sounds familiar.
So it is a 7th level spell, so
Yeah.
he's gonna have to. It's all on Casimir at this point. He's gonna try and counterspell it.
Yo, Cassie.
That is cocked. That is a 16 plus.
Shook.
Fuck.
I believe in you.
Spell attacks intelligence. That is a 19. Okay. So it's a 7th level
We're
spell.
gonna die!
For him to counterspell
We
it, he
die.
has to roll 10 plus the level of the spell, so he has to roll a 17. He rolled a 16 plus 3.
Oh!
So
Maybe we
as
don't die.
Green necrotic energy forms on the tip of one finger, less
Oh, you
you've seen this
fuck.
before.
Oh, fuck off. For God fucking
Points
fuck.
the finger down directly at you, and Casimir just kind of no and fires off a counterspell against this. He's going to cast it at.
Thank you, Cassie.
Why
Casimir just
wasn't he
noped
doing
it.
this before?
Well,
You couldn't see anything.
he's doing it now.
Yeah,
So
that's
no.
fair.
So yeah, so that is effectively counterspell. Oh man, that's so close. Damn. All right. That's too bad.
No, damn.
Well, however, fireball coming in from the other
worst
side.
fucking
The
round.
flame skull is going to go ahead and cast another fireball. I'm pretty sure they have enough to do that. Let me double check.
You mean Les?
Pretty sure it's a U2. I just want to make sure that they have enough. Oh no, they can only do it once.
Yo!
So instead, they're going to go ahead and cast magic missile at 2nd level. So it's going to
The
be
darkness.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2 darts, I think. One action.
Cool.
Nope. They're 3 darts. So it's going to be 4 darts. So it's going to be 2 against each of you. So they immediately impact. Hope you fall unconscious again. Less.
You just came to me to be unconscious next to me. You want a sleeping buddy?
Less you take 9 points of force damage.
Alright. You wanna not be prone
as-
again, friend?
Draw fire.
Yeah, can somebody
Les.
knock
I'm going.
Hope prone
Yeah.
beside you? Alright, so you take 9 points of force damage as these 2 magic missile bolts fly through the air and just impact against you on the
Sorry,
ground.
dude.
But that's going to be the Flame Skull's whole turn. Bottom of the round, we come to Casimir. Casimir is pissed the fuck off. What's he gonna do? He's starting to run out of spells. He's gonna go ahead and cast Fireball at 4th level again.
That's my boy!
Creature is going to attempt to counterspell it. That is a success, so it does get counterspelled, unfortunately, but his reaction is used.
Wizard's battle.
Right, top of the round, we come to this guy, and he is booking it. He is 60 feet out, and he's already at near the top of the stairs, starting to get out of range now. So we can effectively remove him from the board. He's still within range of
I wanted to
spells that are
murder him.
120-foot range, but that's
Okay.
about it. Cool. All right,
Yeah,
on
I'll
from
do it.
there, Leith, you're gone. Les, you are stunned.
You want to draw
Safe.
fire against this guy?
You're up.
Blue
Yeah.
balls.
So I'm gonna
Combat blue balls
run
right now.
This is the
Out
fucking worst combat
to
of
the.
my fucking career.
I'm gonna run out to the statue,
Yep.
having been inspired
not
by
the
the
worst. It's not great.
doctor. I want to
Doesn't
cast
sound like
flame
exciting.
strikes
15, 20,
on
25.
the.
Yep.
Flame
Flame
strike.
strike on the
Yeah.
statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it up.
Fifth level.
We have some
Fifth
fun spells.
level?
I think it makes a save.
Oh yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Dex
What?
save.
What's your spell save DC?
18.
18, so he has advantage.
Oh, this fucking thing.
That is, I believe, a 20.
Ah, eat shit.
Wait, still takes half
19.
19.
Yeah, 14 plus 5.
Still takes half damage, no?
Oh
So
yeah.
Still takes half damage. So it's
So what's your dime?
Yeah, what is
What's
actually-
your dime?
It's 46 radiant, 46 fire. Yeah.
Wow.
So just read. Here. Screw up. Well, that's alright. So that's 12,
Finger of Death.
21.
I saw it
and then
on
if
your
you add-
Instagram.
you
It was
add
that cute
your-
little like
So
introvert one.
badly.
You ran in.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I love the
Great.
giveaways.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so
I really do
21.
21? Alright, so that's.
That's it, half.
Halves to, that's already halved?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wrote
yeah,
it.
half
it too.
I'm getting it next
Halves to 21, and it gets halved
That's
again.
awesome.
Oh, wait.
It's
Shit.
so nice when you like
How much fire damage?
tattoos and there's a
no,
You wanna say-
I-
you wanna
I-
say
finally.
half?
Yeah, it would just because I just rolled 40.
Alright, so I'll say
I like
the fire
enter
damage
every
gets halved to
tattoo
5, and it
contest.
still takes 11 radiant, so he takes 16.
Nice.
Alright, so 16. Okay, good to know.
And I want to fly the moss ball up to like ding just the outside, like the.
How much can you move the moss
I
ball?
think 60 feet. I had it down there, so
Yeah, well, it was next to Rahat, or the guy who
Yeah.
died.
Just the, like,
So you'd be able to go
twice-y,
10, 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Maybe
I want them to do more. They have a few that are
I just
glittery.
want to bang it into
Most
the.
of them are
I
like.
just want to rattle his beam.
Sure, you know what? I'll go
Bigger
and
ones
because
too,
you
and
can
I'm like,
you can
wanna
kind of
see
see
more
roughly where you think it
Yeah.
might be. Go and roll an attack at disadvantage, and he's got 3
They do
quarters.
have this like adamantine one.
He's got a
that I
high
think I want to
AC,
get if
but
we do a group
You
one.
might get lucky.
I definitely did. I got a 3 and a 4.
Yo.
So yeah, so you kind of just
Fair enough.
and you just see a splattering of mossy earth kind of shatter and
Aw,
fall onto
yay.
open less on the ground.
Is it gone or was that just part of the? Like,
No, that's just the impacts.
Okay,
against
cool.
it.
Well, I just want to make sure to get like
Yeah,
spells
no, you're
and
good.
shit.
All right, so that's your turn.
Oh, and I
from you. Oh yeah, you've got your movement. Oh, sorry, it was 25 to get there. So
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna.
have 5 feet left.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay out there because.
It's gonna be that.
Yes, the wagon's
so
mine
Leaf,
now.
that's your turn. Allura, you're gone.
Yeah, does Leaf finally can Leaf
Oh,
finally
actually,
see the mess
hang
on the floor?
I apologize. He had to make a concentration check, which he succeeded.
You have to make a concentration check for fireballs, though, didn't you?
Yes, and that's so he had to make a concentration check for fireball. He succeeded on that. He succeeded on that, and this is the third one. This is your flame strike. 16 damage, so that would be 8, which runs up to 10. What is his con save? He does. So you two suddenly reappear. back in your spaces.
Oh!
Which means we're running back because my turn was.
Yeah, because it was 16 damage. He rolled a 4, and he's only got a +3 to his con. So
Aha.
I just want to point out I had no idea they were.
you were here,
None of you did.
and Allura, you
You just,
were.
maybe you just thought we like just
The only
just
person
like
you knew was me, and
So-
I was unconscious again.
So that
almost
was
immediately.
after, after Leaf's turn. So Allura, you were immediately up next. You blink back into space, and all of a sudden the whole battlefield looks totally different. For you, no time has passed.
No time has passed.
You essentially blinked, reopened your eyes, and Les and Hope are down on the ground. The guy is gone,
Why?
and you're looking up at
Wow.
Casimir and Leaf up on your side. What are you doing?
Wait,
I don't know.
Isn't it? Did
No.
I not go?
No, because you were above in the initiative order. And
Oh,
then,
and that's when it. Oh, god damn
correct.
it.
Yeah.
So I just see them on the
You
ground.
see them on the ground, Hope bleeding out, less coughing, but looking still conscious. And you see the two.
Hope's unconscious?
Hope's unconscious.
Oh shit. I can't do anything for that.
Potion!
I don't think I have one.
You must.
You should have a potion.
No, wait, we don't.
We only had a few finite. There's nowhere
there
to
was
buy them
nowhere
around here.
to get them. I have 1 potion of healing. I'm gonna run over to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over to 25.
Yep.
I'm going to open my potion and feed it to
Did I make everyone think it was kind of
Hope.
greater restoration?
Okay, go and roll the healing for that.
Well, now he's Iceman, so. It's Sean Ashmore, famous Canadian actor.
That couldn't have happened at a worse time.
4 points of healing for Hope.
Magic
4 points. Alright, so you heal 4 points. You roll double ones.
I did.
Brutal.
Are you turning into an Iceman? Does the Iceman cometh?
Wish. Iceman was limp.
Dr.
And I will
Didn't come at all.
then.
Didn't do shit.
I mean,
That's
it's
my
better than
action,
That's
an
an
right?
action,
icy
yeah.
blast
You use
in the
25 feet of
face
movement
or.
as well.
I
Whatever.
wanted to do that though. I wanted to give that mage the iciest blast in the
Can
face.
I bonus action dash?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15.
Duck yourself up against the wall.
No, I'm gonna go in around to the back of the statue.
Sure. Yeah.
So like right around. What do I see?
What do you see?
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec here.
See, that's greater restoration.
I made you holding a bunch of buffers.
No. I'm gonna see if I have it.
When did you do that?
You don't know that I did this though.
You don't see anything. It looks like it's just the same clean back of the statue. At a glance, you'd have to use an action
Okay.
to make an investigation check
Okay.
to try and find it. But you are, from what you can tell right now, you are currently hidden from view because you don't see anything around the back of the statue, no openings of any kind.
Okay.
Smart.
Okay, so that's all I can do. I have
100%
nothing else. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
All right, after you come to the doctor.
Cool. I can still see Elf Boy, yeah?
Yeah, he's 100. He's from where you are right now. He's 130 feet.
Cool. I'm going to pop forward 2,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and hit him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
All right, go for it. Make your first attack.
Eat him on the way out.
That is a 27.
27 hits. Damage.
Oh, sorry, I rolled damage first. That is a 10.
10. Okay. Second one.
That is a 26.
26 hits. Damage.
On the way out.
That's another 10.
Another 10. Okay. Kind of gets hit in the back of both shoulders, stumbles forward, falls to the ground a little bit, and kind of like looks back over his shoulder, gets back up, and he keeps moving just barely. He seems to be just on the edge.
Cool. I'm going to pop back behind cover.
Behind cover.
Yeah.
All right, on from you, we come to Hope.
This distance.
Hope, you are now conscious. You've got essentially inky blackness directly up above you, and you kind of roll over, and the guy who knocked you down originally from where you are now is about 100 feet, give or take.
You got a spell?
Yeah, I can try and do Firebolt again because that is suitable to 120 feet.
120 feet, go and make your attack. Still have less.
Yes.
How much health do you have?
Get it, Hope. Get it.
4
Get it.
points.
You don't want to take
Get it.
2d6 of potential damage.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Alright.
What's that?
That's a high five.
Huh?
Hit points.
It's high
Oh,
five.
this is
right?
2d8.
Right. High
You got
five.
this, you got
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Roll to
don't.
hit first.
No, I'm not doing that. Is that what you were
Yeah,
meaning?
here we go. 2d8
Okay.
of damage.
Yeah.
Let's roll with
I
that.
believe in you.
Alright, let's see if this will hit. No.
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't think there's any world in which a
No.
3 is going to make it happen.
6.
That's
Yeah.
not gonna do it.
6 before any.
That's 10. Not enough. At this range, like, especially... Actually, you know what? No, sorry. He's 100 feet away from you. You can't even see him. Because there's darkness. There's no light of any kind. Technically, Doctor, you wouldn't have actually even been able to see him either.
Not even. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't actually have
Okay.
that. I need to
Dang.
that.
Don't we have a torch going though?
Doesn't
In
matter.
our-
It's like
Doesn't go that
30
far.
feet of.
40 feet of light.
No, I know, but like,
Okay.
if it's
So would I have
40
still?
feet of light,
We
40
didn't-
feet is beyond 60 feet
Yeah.
beyond that. So
I know,
60
but the
feet of
doctor
dark
has-
vision.
Yeah.
60 feet
Yeah,
of
my
dark
dark vision
vision
is
with that
good
is not
enough.
enough. Yeah, he's still further out. So
Yeah. So would
I'm sure
would
that
I have
would
actually
bite us
cast
in the
that
ass.
knowing that I couldn't see him?
No,
Because
you
that
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
So you wouldn't have even cast anything. You wouldn't have actually cast anything
Oh, okay.
either. So we'll retcon that a little bit. We'll go back to the doctor's turn. Hope you can think about what you want to do.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna pop my head out,
Yep.
and I'm gonna just try and rock the statue head with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, so you're attacking at disadvantage, and it's got 3/4 covered because you don't know where the eye holes are.
That's fine.
Okay, go
I'll
and make
just,
your first
I just
attack.
wanna shake him up.
First attack at disadvantage.
Oof.
Dang.
Okay, yeah, well, that sucked. It was a nat 20 and then a 4.
Nope. So this first one's gonna miss. Second one.
Well, yeah, no, neither.
Nope. So you just kind of boom, boom, and you do.
Oh,
hear-
actually, hold
Yeah, I
up,
was
hold
gonna say,
up.
that one actually
That
might
is,
hit.
that's a 19.
19 misses because
Oh, it's
he's because he's got
3/4.
cover.
That's okay. I wanna rattle him. I wanna
Yeah.
Rattle.
You just kind of hear the ding boom as it impacts against the crystal that the skull or that the statue or the marble that the statue appears to be made of,
Is it
but
doing any damage to the marble?
not that you can
Okay,
tell.
ducking back around the corner.
Back around the corner.
Back around the
now we're on to you, Hope. Sorry. So what would you like to do?
To be honest, I'm gonna lay on hands myself.
All right. Dump your
Yeah.
points into yourself. Sounds
So
good.
I'm putting the maximum that I can do, which is 25.
All right. So you heal yourself for 25. You back up a little bit.
Nice.
And then bonus. Not really got a lot I can do. That's kind of fuck all I can do right now.
Fuck all you can do. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Do you want to get up?
Probably.
Well, they were
Oh,
already
that's-
up
Oh,
because they were.
Oh, okay,
fired.
okay.
It's less that's down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've got 30 feet of movement.
15 because you were prone.
Oh, I was prone.
So you could run around the back of the statue if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Let's go at the back.
Leaving
mean-
less on the ground.
I like the back.
Alright, that's going to be your turn. Next up we come to this guy. So he has a...
Fuck this thing.
Yeah. The red is pretty good to me.
Yeah, you know what? Les and Alith, I need you both to make charisma saving throws, please.
Fuck me. All right. Are we still blessed? Or am I?
Yeah, you're still a valid target.
Okay.
Yep. Even if you're on a different plane, it's still valid.
And you're not near
Not
me.
within 10 feet, no.
No.
Leaf is, isn't? Or not, the other one, less.
They
No,
moved
because
around
I
back.
moved.
Oh, fucking, that was a way better roll than last time. It's an unnatural 20.
Okay, 20
Plus charisma?
plus charisma, yeah.
Unnatural.
A natural 20. You both succeed.
Oh!
You start to feel
Jesus.
yourselves being pulled into a pocket of space and kind of instantly just drop to the ground and it kind of and pulls nothing in with it. Yeah, you both manage to resist the effect of the banishment spell.
Kill this
there.
fucking thing!
That's what I get for
We're gonna go ahead
working on it.
and
I thought I was really cool trying
we're
to
gonna
pull
fire
it.
off 4 more little 1d4 bolts. So this is gonna be 2 against Alith and 2 against
Darn.
Les. These are just auto hits. So Les, you take 8 points.
You
and
up?
Alith, you take 5 points.
You up?
All right. You up. So I don't get to do anything to
Hey,
prevent
you up.
that?
No, because you don't have any like dodge actions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because we had a really killer.
Bottom of the round, Casimir's a little bit fed up. He's going to
I
cast
got
another
fucked up
fireball.
the moment this
Creature's
started.
going to attempt to counterspell it. Counterspell succeeds,
Dude, this thing.
but he's starting to run real low.
Good.
Alright, so that's good to go. Top of the round, guy, he's gone. He's completely out the front door.
We'll
60
deal
feet up
with
the
him
staircase.
later in another
Nobody even
game.
sees him at this point. Alith, you kind of look over your shoulder and you just see darkness and a little bit of light and then just a slight shadow passing through that
So I
light.
can see that he would have gone that way, but basically he's out the door.
He's
I was like,
essentially
man, maybe I could have gone after him and fired an arrow, but if he was like literally out of the temple,
To be fair, actually, he's in the light. Theoretically, you could try and attack him at long range with your longbow.
that's not a disadvantage
You are
because I
up.
have sharpshooter.
You are up next. So, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast fucking lightning arrow and fire at him.
Yeah!
Lightning arrow.
Yep.
What is lightning
I'm excited
Lightning
for you.
arrow.
New arrow, who dis?
The next time you make a ranged weapon attack during the spell's duration, the weapon's ammunition or the weapon itself, if it's a thrown weapon, it transforms into a bolt of lightning. Make the attack roll as normal. The target takes 4d8 lightning damage on a hit, or half as much damage on a miss, instead of the weapon's normal damage.
Okay. It's a bonus action to cast the spell, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is.
Do you also have that stored energy?
Melee.
It has to happen within the same round. So
Oh shoot! Okay.
Essentially,
know,
when
that
you
would
got
have been very
blinked out
cool.
advantage.
But that does, you still have extra attacks on top of that.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So it's 1 lightning arrow attack and then 1 regular attack as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your first attack.
Come
Do
on!
you want to make it sharpshooter?
No, his AC is 20.
Okay.
I would not like if I like. Honestly, if I get like a 26 or something, I'm gonna regret it. But like,
Yep.
if I would have
Oh,
missed
sure.
it, then I would have regretted that too.
Go for it.
So I don't get my regular damage on top of this, right? Do I still get my
No,
bonus?
you just roll the lightning damage instead
Okay,
of your regular.
so there's no
You don't
plus
get your-
4?
Not to
on
the
that?
damage.
Okay.
To the roll, yes.
Yeah, to the rolls plus 10.
Taking
Yeah.
a shot.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's good. That's gonna be 19, 23.
23 hits.
See, but it would not have hit if I did sharpshooter.
That's true. So 48 lightning damage.
I
Uh-huh.
might say that was the TSN turning
So
point.
wait,
you
so,
need
so,
to-
I'm just gonna.
Let's look back on the
I got them.
highlights.
So.
Replay.
Replay.
I just want to see,
Alright,
just to
hold on.
make sure.
It's about to get real right now. Okay, so you need to hit this at max damage plus the next shot.
See what we can do.
It's possible.
Yeah, instead of normal damage.
Yeah.
So it's just 48.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Normal damage.
No, this is okay.
That's
Do it,
still
do
better
it,
than I can do.
Do it,
my own.
do it. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, whoa, there's few.
Woo!
Oh!
That's gonna be 16, 20, 22 points of lightning damage.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's at 3. Second attack.
Come on!
Oh my god.
I believe in you.
I'm sweaty.
You know what? Whatever
Mom
happens,
spaghetti.
I appreciate your effort.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
Can't watch.
appreciate you.
Can't watch.
Alith needs to get Glista.
Fuck me. Nat 1.
And that's why you tune into D&D, everyone.
Pull the bow back. Aim at your target. bowstring itself just kind of lets go in a little ways, and the arrow just falls to the ground at the side. Unfortunately, unable to make purchase on the target.
It's okay.
I'm so mad right now.
For all the people saying that it's scripted, it's not. I've seen a lot of the comments. Got a lot of flack for Hope coming back for no reason.
I just
People are
want
saying
you
that's
guys to
sloppy
know,
writing.
All you guys, all you haters, you're just like motivating us. So like, you make me stronger.
Heath, that is your turn.
That's my
Unless you
attack.
have your movement, I should say.
Can you bonus action that turn?
I've already used my bonus action, but I could go after him.
Good if you wanted to.
Could you Hannah's
I already used my bonus action this round, but I can go after him. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Cinnamon's
Doing it.
outside.
All right, 30 feet. You start to run after him. He's got a good 150 feet on you, so he's a ways out, but you can start to run after him. All right, you can move yourself off the board. Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, this is
From
like
the leaf,
Eric.
you come to less prone, but
Poor
your senses come back to you and kind of just like look at your hands a little, and your hands seem to be just almost crystallized over with slight ice crystals. Something definitely was not there.
No shit.
There
Fuck.
you go.
Get the fuck up.
Okay, half your movement to stand up.
This is the worst day. For me to get into that hole again, is that an action?
It's your movement to try and climb,
Okay.
and you would be able to climb up the 10 feet to get up there. It's just part of your movement. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna climb up to
so
get
kinda just-
into the
just
hole
make an
again.
athletics check for me, just to make sure you can find handholds.
Fuck, what natural one? Oh, fucking close.
Did you call it?
11.
11? I'll say 11's fine. You kind of just scrabble your way up. It's a little awkward, but you use the rest of your
That is
movement,
beautiful.
and you're up there, and you kind of got that same inky blackness,
Oh, yeah,
and you
that's-
kind of poke your
this
head
pen
through a
is
little, and he's still in there.
Surprise!
It's like a duochrome pen.
Sorry, let's try this again. I'm just
Alright,
gonna
so
try
you
to stab him with
So
a
you get your
spear.
2 attacks with this one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do fainting attack.
This one too.
Yeah, go for it. And you get bless on top of that.
Yes, I do.
He does not have cover because you are meleeing him.
20. 20 is with the spear. Yeah, that's 28.
28 will hit.
Yeah,
Damage on that one.
It's finally happening, guys.
Did you want to use any other
Right?
maneuvers?
Well, I used that one to hit for this one.
Yeah, but you can use another one now that you've hit. Remember, that's the whole thing.
Can
Is
you
you
do
can
the
use
one with
fainting
the-
attack into distracting
Get some
strike.
damage.
The fainting attack
Finish
was the
this
maneuver
and
though
you
to
go.
do.
Fainting attack is you use your bonus action to give yourself
I love it so
advantage.
Oh, but it says damage too. But okay.
Exactly. So you give yourself advantage, and then if you hit, you also get the damage.
Right.
And then you can add another maneuver on
Flare
top
is
of
real.
that.
Ooh. Distract him strikes.
Dude, this thing's
Seriously.
blinking people. It's banishing people. Only
Yeah.
high-level wizards can do that.
I'll try to do trip attack with it.
Trip attack? Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay.
So you get the extra d8 of damage.
That was a
Yeah.
callback
So
to
it's
earlier.
2d8 plus a d6. Roll damage on that.
Cast banishment.
862.
Nice. So 16 plus...
369?
So 16 plus your damage for your weapon. So strength plus...
Oh, sorry. That was that.
It's been
We
a
know
while
how
since
to
we
play
combated.
D&D.
No, I've just been. I'm asked plus 7.
Plus 7. Okay, so 23. Okay.
23 points of damage.
Second attack. Sorry, he has to make a saving throw, right? Strength?
Yeah.
Strength saving throw against trip attack?
Is this thing also
Oh,
gonna be strong?
here, let me find it.
He's gonna fail that.
Yeah, good.
That's a natural 3. So he is tripped inside the
Down on the
and then
ground.
you just kind of stab him. So now your attack's made an advantage.
Less
because
a
he's
resident,
prone.
Yeah.
resident mage slayer?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm
He's not
going
fucking
to.
decking this guy.
So
Sorry,
now it's
anti-hero
advantage, so I'm
crap.
gonna hit him again.
Yep.
Um,
So roll to hit him first.
yeah.
I believe in you.
You got bless on top of it.
Yeah,
if
you got
need it.
blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed is
So I got
enough.
enough. That's
Well,
14 plus
noted.
3 plus 8.
Yeah, 25 is enough. Then roll damage on this plus any other things that you want to do.
Drop another maneuver.
Yo,
into him.
for-
Is this a second attack?
This is your second attack.
Yeah.
What
So
is this thing?
distracting strike because
Okay,
fucking
distracting strike. So the next attack against him is made an advantage. Roll damage.
That's 5 plus 8.
13.
Yeah.
Is that including all your extras?
Yeah. It's 1 and a 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, so 13 points. Okay, good to know. He's definitely looking really hurt. You can see a lot of heavy dark red
Oh!
splotches covering the cloak.
Cool.
Anything
So
else?
I don't think I can do anything
Shout
else.
at him, stomp on his face.
You're a fucking asshole!
Okay, so you just all hear, "You're fucking asshole" from inside the skull as Les is in there.
And the skull?
Or sorry, inside the head of the statue.
The skull's
Like Winnie the Pooh.
Leaf, you're up. You now just see Les's ass end kind of legs kicking
I fucking hate you!
as he's just stabbing inside the skull on this thing. What do you do?
I want to cast Mass Healing Word
Mass healing word, alright.
on Hope, Les, and Leith's gone. So
Yeah.
Allura.
Well, Leaf is within, what's the range on it? Is it 60 feet?
Good question. Yes, it is.
Leaf would be within the
Okay,
range.
then Leith as well.
Sweet.
Sorry, Casimir. And
So, who? Sorry, me as well? Was that?
Yeah.
Was I? Okay.
There's 4 people. Oh, whoa. Never mind. 6 people.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Casimir gets it.
So Casimir gets
I was
it,
gonna-
and
Try and drown him, but if they-
Theoretically, everybody gets it. You're not damaged, right?
Yeah.
So everybody gets it.
So
if
how much
you
did he
need
get?
hit
How many
points,
points?
How
if
much?
you need hit points, you get however many Leaf is about to
I mean,
say.
I'm fine, but I'll take them anyway.
hey,
I'm
Max.
hiding.
That is 15.
Everybody heals.
Wow.
15.
Thank you.
This has turned around, guys.
Not bad.
No,
He's-
we just said that. Every time we say
Yeah,
that.
we're not saying that.
This
Not
has
saying
turned
that.
right around.
Oh.
No.
Can't.
This statue
Stop
comes
it.
live. Time for round 2.
So Leaf, that's a bonus action.
Don't forget that I just ran off on my own.
Yes.
Let's not
So you have an
jinx
action.
anything here.
You want
I'm
to
gonna
try
use
something else?
the
I mean,
moss ball.
what I
I'm
said.
gonna
Trying to-
try and squeak past Les's
Not the
ass
first
crack.
time.
I want to 5.
It's like
gonna
part of
I
the
want a 5
characterization as a
full
ranger.
last.
Tends to be like, I'm going hunting.
Then attack at disadvantage.
Ooh,
so
yeah.
he still has cover from it.
Double penetrate. Double.
You should go through less and out the mouth.
That's a 19.
19.
roast.
Yeah.
Little bit
Yeah,
of
it
a
doesn't
hint.
hit.
No!
Going through, unfortunately,
God
it's
damn
not
it.
able to hit. The cover, you do actually kind of, you're getting the,
Yeah.
and then there's just a, and it passes through, and then it pulls back out. You can tell you found, oh, it's so awkward. You found the hole,
I found the hole. I just
But-
been feeling around
but you couldn't find anything on the
with
other
my
side.
mossy balls the whole fucking fight.
You couldn't find the G spot
All right.
or P spot
Leaf,
or
that is
whatever
your
you
turn.
want.
Allura.
Ooh, okay, I am going to take a second to really.
Super quick. What's the range on your hand crossbow?
Oh.
Yo,
Oh.
30 feet at advantage, 120 feet at disadvantage.
He is technically visible in the light. It's up to you if you wanted to make a shot. You can use your movement. You would have to move a little ways. You have to move 30 feet.
You could get
But
him.
you could theoretically try and attack him at disadvantage.
I mean, what you gonna
Just-
do?
Just putting it out there. 'cause
That's fair.
otherwise, you don't really see much else.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
She would have
I
seen
would
me
have.
take off after him, so she would know
Yeah,
that that's
that's
what had
true.
happened. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying you would know what was going on. You would know that that's the guy.
Yeah.
You also saw a giant streaking bolt of lightning cut across the room and impact against
That's
him.
true.
League of Legends style.
Okay.
Real ones.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll,
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
because I would have looked in the back. I was looking for a door. I wouldn't have seen
You
it.
wouldn't have seen it. So because you're behind the statue,
You had to
you
crawl
have to
up
use your,
its
your
skirt.
movement and your bonus action
Or
to
its
dash to get to the point where you're within 120 feet. But we'll say you're within that range.
Okay.
So make your attack at disadvantage. You are still blessed.
You got this.
Hell yeah.
And you're looking for an AC of 20.
I believe.
Stressed, depressed, but you're blessed, so let's get it. And well dressed.
All right.
That's true.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Blessed.
Nothing less than a 19. We
Can I
got
have a?
this.
I need a dice tray
That's one.
because I am aggressively. Okay. All right. Okay.
Nice. Hey.
19.
20 is his AC. So close. Double check all the math. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8 on my
Plus?
dice plus 3.
11.
11.
And then my dex is 4 and my proficiency is 4.
That is
Yeah.
19, unfortunately. Just misses.
Ah.
The bolt kind of scrapes against the side at 120-foot range. The fun part for you is that you essentially aim at the angle you think it's at. You hear the ding, and then it's just darkness. And then it on the side of the wall as he just is showered in splinters from the bolt.
We got
But
this.
unfortunately,
I've got
impacts
something
against
else.
nothing.
We'll see.
All right, that's going to be your turn completely. That's everything.
Yep.
Doctor, you're up.
Cool. I can't peg this guy from the balcony.
From where you are now, he's
That would be challenging.
over 150 feet away.
Yeah.
He's visible with a little bit of light. You can kind of see a shadow of him. You would be able to see him if you found something that has that range.
I don't think I have anything that's a cantrip.
Fuck it. Come on.
I used my bonus action, right?
Yes. Dash.
Darn.
Yeah, you
Did I
had
have
to get in
I
range.
have to? Okay.
You had to do that because you were behind the statue. You had to run around it and
Okay.
a little more.
How?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Heck. I could. Okay, so I could use my bonus action to dash and get on the ground.
Action to dash.
Right? Action to dash.
It's only rogues that can do
Oh,
bonus
of
action
course.
to
Yeah.
dash. So there is. So in your case, you can move off and take a running leap off of the area and land on the ground prone, take damage, but it would potentially get you a little further than climbing down the rope. It's up to you.
You know what? Yeah, let's fucking do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try that, but cinematically, I want to try and fire the 2 blasts as I'm jumping.
What's the range on it?
At 120.
120. With your movement, you won't get in range. 120 is the edge of the map.
Oh heck. Okay, never mind then.
Just casually slide down.
Yeah, you'd need something with more than 120 foot range. There's only a couple of things.
Do you hit the flames?
Can I get the flame skulls? Or can I try? Well, they're behind tight cover, right?
Flame skulls have tight cover, but you could still try and target them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's raining. It's raining.
Oh, cozy.
Winter rain.
Heck.
This fight is fucking brutal. I don't know why it's fucking.
This is pretty
Jesus.
brutal.
You were
You know what?
getting
Fuck
into.
it. I'm gonna pop my head back around and I'm gonna try and get little man in the thing.
Because less is
Oh, yeah,
in that eye hole,
Winnie the Pooh'd it.
you'd have to hit less. There isn't anything.
Blow Les's ass up.
Got a big old bullseye.
There isn't
in my
anything that
list,
you
but
can shoot through. The only real targets that you have are the guy running away or the flame skulls that you can kind of see through the arrow slits on the other side. Too. Or the single flame skull because you can't see any others.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try and get that flame skull.
All
Just
right,
try and
make
get it
your
out of our
attack.
way because I know we're gonna need to deal with it later.
Yeah, do it up.
All right. That's a 27 for the
27
first
hits. Yep.
one. And let's roll some dams. That's
Your dammies
that's a
looking.
7.
7. All right.
Whatever, that's something. And the second one is a 17.
17 will also hit.
Nice. And that's a 6.
6 points.
Not great, but it's something.
Every little
Every
bit counts.
dummy helps.
All right, that's gonna be your turn. Hope you're up.
Tammy.
Okay, I'm. Doodling is over.
The doodle time is done.
The doodle time is done. So, where I am, so I went towards the back of the statue.
You're
Is-
behind the statue. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any obvious entrance into the statue from the
Not
back?
at first glance. You'd have to use an action, make an investigation check to try and find something.
Dude, this guy's gonna steal our cart.
Yeah, this guy might steal a fucking wagon.
Cinnamon
I'm
won't
going.
deal with that shit.
Okay.
I have something.
You got the enemies.
Yeah. How far away is Elif now?
Elith, from you kind of poke your head around. She's going to be over 60 feet away.
Yeah, I can't get that far.
Actually, yeah. Because of the lack of light, you wouldn't even see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just look out into the darkness and
Oh well, I've got 60 feet.
doesn't matter. 60
I'm
foot
farther
dark
than
vision,
60.
she's farther
I
than
got
60
one.
feet.
Okay.
Just so y'all know, I got one more.
Oh no,
round
sorry, the
for
torch
us.
up top. You would be able to see her about 75 feet away from you at the moment.
See my brain
Okay,
just disappearing into the darkness.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You just kind of hear the arrows jangling in the quiver.
My arrows are whisper silent. They don't jangle.
They don't jingle jangle.
That's some real
We
bullshit.
tied a little bell on him. So
Elif has like a cat bell.
yeah.
Where'd she run off to? Follow the bell.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can like figure out if there's a back entrance in
Go for
it.
it. Make an investigation check.
Oh, plus.
Doesn't count for ability checks.
Balls.
Big
Bow.
guidance.
Yeah, that's a 13.
13. Looking around, trying to find any edges. It's all just smooth stone as best you can see. Smooth
Punch on
marble.
you. Hole in
Nothing
that
that's
thing.
there.
I mean, I wish I'd punched a hole in that behind, but.
Yeah.
That's your turn.
Yeah,
Punched a
I think
hole.
I will. Yeah, where can I? There's nothing I can do right now.
So just
Holy shit, there's actually been like no
sorry,
stoppage.
just as a reminder again, because it's a little bit weird. That little thing that's underneath the mic there. Can you just put it in here? Because technically there is actually a passageway between those walls. No, like put it down on the floor as if it were a floor piece.
Oh,
That is
maybe.
a room that you theoretically could gain access to.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the amber door room?
No, the amber door room is directly beside where everybody is on this side. It's underneath this room.
Jordy's casting guidance.
I wonder where.
No, it's more so that we're looking at the map and everybody's focused on the
Yeah,
things you
right
can
there.
see, so you're not focused on the things you can't see.
I see.
Yeah.
Then I might kind of go like here and peer around the corner.
Okay.
You get shot at by something.
Yeah,
And a
probably.
flaming skull goes.
What
Alright,
can I
so
see?
looking around the corner there.
You're like peeking around the corner, right?
The
You're
amber
like,
doors that once sealed this great stone room have been smashed to pieces, now lying amid crushed, dry bones, armor, and rusted weapons. Looks like a series of maybe plunderers that might have died. And you can see that some of the armor has been caved in, kind of thinking back to what happened earlier. Very possible it would have been from something like one of those amber golems. But otherwise, at first glance, nothing
So
in the
there's
immediate view.
weapons
I
in
know.
these rooms.
Yeah.
And there's a room exactly on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting.
that's going to be your full turn.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
Alright, on from Hope, we come
Just
to
gonna open that door.
one side there.
Dude, fuck
Les,
this.
you kind of see the creature in the room with you, just kind of like looking around, seeing what options are there, looking outside, seeing that moss ball come flying in and barely dodge out of the way and move out of the back, and it just kind of and then vanishes.
Ah!
However, you do get an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Sentinel.
No, because he's not moving. I just want to double check. Sure.
I'm not about
Nope,
this.
never mind. Teleportation doesn't trigger it.
God
However,
fucking.
so
damn it.
You kind of see the creature. He just kind of waves at you and then vroom, vanishes, reappears in the center of the room where no one can see him except
Here?
for Leith.
Hi.
Leith, as you're running,
Oh, you!
you kind of like are looking dead ahead, and you just kind of hear a vroom, and then two very light footfalls, and kind of instinctively look over a little bit, and you see standing on two legs, a 6.5 foot tall fox holding giant spell scrolls in one arm, a long cloak with a series of colorful patches on it. A set of gold spectacles, blue-green lenses, and he's kind of just flipping through the pages of that as he kind of like looks over at you and you look over at him,
You seen this shit?
and then he just dematerializes and becomes invisible.
Record scratch freeze frame.
So that's his entire turn. Teleport and become invisible.
You're telling me we were getting shot at by a furry the entire time?
Well, we've got one on the team.
We're gonna go ahead and go to the Flame Skulls. Flame Skulls currently only have one target, Les's ass. So Les,
Just dangling out.
you're
My
gonna take
Pooh Bear ass.
Take a little magic darts
Les,
to it.
you take 12 points of force damage.
Yeah, he does.
As you're just kind of like inside going, no! And you just, and it's like
This is the worst day ever.
3 darts
Boys,
impacting
Will
you.
West getting a spanking.
Yeah, of magic darts in him, bud.
Next up is Casimir. Casimir does have dark vision. He saw roughly where that creature went to. He's going to throw a fireball in the center
Yeah!
of the room. The creature does not have enough range to stop this with counterspell, so he's going to make a dex save.
Cassie!
Fails his dex save.
Cassie!
1 and a 2. So that's going to be 8d6 fire damage.
Oh, my boy.
Does have resistance. So
Does the fox face look like the statues that we saw with the jackal head?
completely different. Holy shit. 36. Damn,
Wow.
Casimir. So the creature takes 18 points of
So annoyed with
fire
Casimir
damage.
right now.
Guess we're
Yeah.
Damn, he's still
Really
alive.
cut that shit under
Just
wraps.
barely.
Yeah,
Um,
pleased.
Is the ground on
But
fire
very
like
annoying.
where it?
No, it's not, but a giant fireball lights up the center of the room, and all of you, as like the last traces of the spell take effect and the invisibility takes hold, Leaf, you just kind of see some like padded feet just vanish from existence. That's going to be Casimir's turn. Top of the round, the guy, he is out the front door, he's around the corner, he is gone. Leaf, you're up.
Okay. Approximately how many feet away from me is he?
At this point, when he started his turn, he was about 100 feet away from you.
And I gained 30 feet because
No, that was so you moved 30 feet towards. He was 130 away.
Uh-huh.
You moved 30 feet closer. He's now 60 feet out the door. So you've got to move 60 just to get to where he was.
He's at basically 120 away
Yeah,
from
he's
me.
basically 120 away from you. You'd be able to catch him in theoretically 2 rounds.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike, which increases my walking speed by 30 feet.
Okay. And that's
so
a bonus action or an action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my bonus. I'm going to use Zephyr Strike, and then my action as movement, and catch 90 feet up to him.
And technically, your action as movement doubles your movement speed, so your movement speed is 60, so you actually move 120.
So I actually get up to him.
You get essentially to the bottom of the staircase that at the start of your next turn you might be able to catch up to him.
on,
Done.
someone
Right,
murder
that's your turn.
somebody.
Yeah.
On
The
from there.
cinnamon chase as well. If you
Yeah, that's
need to
everything for you. Nicely done.
leap on a horse.
That's
Leaf, that's you.
cinnamon.
Less. You saw the
Wait,
creature
sorry.
vanish.
Is he still? I'm sorry. Is he still in my vision?
No,
When...
he ducked around to where the
That's what I
corner. He
thought.
appears to be gone. Yeah.
Gonna-
But you do know from what you saw at the outside, there is one road in and one road out.
Yeah, for sure.
So Les, you're getting ass assaulted by force bolts. Nobody else is currently in your view. All of your targets have run away from you. What are you doing?
This is the worst day of my life. Is there anything in the statue still?
Nothing. It's a blank, empty space.
Just climb in there and call it a
I
day.
can't even fucking climb in there because I have too much shit!
Maybe pull out.
So
pull out and
yeah, I'm gonna
Slimy wrist.
pull out.
Climb back
Makes
down.
one up.
I'm gonna pull out really roughly, and then
Oh.
I thought you
no.
were slimy.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm all
no.
crystalline
Right now
and
he
hard
is.
shelled now.
Ribbed for no one's pleasure.
So now that I'm out of the statue, I'm fucking just having the worst time ever. I can't see the mage.
Les is very bad.
Mage is gone. The guy's gone. You just see Elith kind of in the little bit of light coming in the door. You just see a figure that looks like Elith, bow drawn, making a bolt towards the outside.
Is that guy still in the light?
No, he's gone.
No, he's gone.
Right now, you don't even see anything. You see a flame skull just kind of like half-cocked smile looking down at you as like a starts to form its mouth again.
Fuck that thing.
So this is one of the skulls got out.
No, that's
Leaf's
that's
the skull here.
multiples, That's the skull.
Am I only allowed to cast Wall of Water once?
Yeah,
for
once
short
a day.
rest?
Yeah.
Once per long rest.
Hey, any chance you want to light? Actually, no.
Yeah,
So that's
it's there's not a whole lot you can do at the moment, unfortunately. At best, maybe take cover. Otherwise, just keep getting butt blasted.
Hypothetically,
Blast.
you could light a torch and chase after the thing to give someone like myself vision of this furry.
But he went invisible.
Oh, he went invisible.
You also have
Oh, true.
you have the goggles on.
Yeah, but I can't see.
Is this a wall here, or is this just?
No, it's just to hold the thing out where it was.
Right.
We can we can remove that at this point because it doesn't really do anything anymore.
It's just hanging out.
This pen is everything.
Well, you said there's some shiny set of doors underneath here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're just gonna open some shit.
Let's get more shit out here.
You know what? Yeah, why not? More targets.
Move the.
Fuck it. There's no one else around here, and I'm go over to the amber set of doors.
Okay.
Can I
So the
check it
doors
for
are
traps?
massive. Yeah, it's an action to either check it for traps or to try and open it.
Yeah,
Your choice.
check it for traps.
Okay, go and make an investigation check.
Please scar wow.
Hey, Elise, whatever you're doing, make sure you get it on this next round. This is the last round.
I'm almost at the
Unnatural
doors,
20.
so as soon as I
Okay.
can see out, I can like
As
pew
best you
pew.
can tell, doors are not trapped. They do appear to be locked, although you see no keyhole, no handholds, no nothing. You're not entirely sure how they're locked, but they do appear to be locked.
Friend. Okay.
So that's your action and your movement.
That's it. I can't do
Alright,
anything
that's
else.
gonna be your turn.
Nothing else.
After you become the leaf, you have vision on nothing at the moment except for that flame skull on the far side of the room.
Yeah. Okay, Can I fly my? Or actually, can I even fly my thing in to like hit it?
Yeah,
So-
it just still has cover.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
trying to just fit the moss ball through
Yeah,
a small.
yeah. Bang it.
Yeah.
So disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage.
Okay.
No, sorry, it's not a disadvantage because you can see it, but it just has a bonus to its AC. So
Okay.
just roll 1. You can take the lower of those two if you wanted to.
Oh, okay, well I re-rolled.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because I like that roll better. That would be a 25.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Oh fuck! Oh, and that was at 3rd level. Before
Yeah,
the-
that's 3d8.
These things aren't too hard to hit.
Not really.
They just do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
The skulls.
There's glass cannons.
Pretty much.
Cool. That's
15 plus.
yeah, 15 plus. Yeah, you had your attack. 15 plus 24.
Okay, 24. No,
Wait.
15 plus 24.
No,
24.
sorry, 15 plus 9.
Oh, 15 plus.
Is that-
Yeah, sorry, 15 plus 9.
Yeah.
Wait, no, sorry, you don't get 9 to your damage. It's just your attack.
Oh, it's my attack.
I'm pretty sure the damage is just.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
damage.
that's just casting. Okay, yeah, no, then it would just be 50.
15? Okay, 15 points. Alright. Still a heavy hit.
Got him.
Alright, not
Hey,
too
you
bad.
finally did something.
That's
Yay!
You do still have an action, and the creature, because it's cast, it has light. It's within 120 feet of you if you wanted to try Sacred Flame or something.
Sorry,
The
yeah.
creature's within 120 feet of you,
Okay.
and it
Yeah, I'll
is
hit
giving
that.
off light.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'll go for that.
yeah, okay, so it's a dex save.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
18.
18? Yeah, that's a failure.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Hey!
So that's 2d10, I think.
I think it's 2d.
2d8. Okay. Well, I'll take that. That's 9.
9? Cool. Falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Shatters on the
You
impact
killed
as
the
the
spell?
light kind of erupts within the center of it,
Yeah.
and the bony pieces, a couple of them scatter outwards.
Does another one just file in?
Yeah.
No!
Just
You
three
know
of
what
them.
though? We can just get rid of these guys.
All right, so that's going to be your turn.
Yeah, you guys
Focus
just
fire?
Allura,
blast
you're up.
off. Yeah.
Allura, you're up. You kind of hear Les say, doors locked beside you, not trapped.
I'm all the way this way.
Oh, sorry,
I'm
yeah,
after
never
a
mind.
leaf.
Never mind.
But I also saw a leaf go like.
Yeah, you saw, like, you who are used to winning every foot race you've ever been in, saw a leaf move faster than you and kind of just...
Just clocked away.
Yeah, I kind of like hold up. I'm like, should I?
Would you have seen where the furry went?
No.
Only I saw the furry.
You don't
No
actually,
one saw.
technically speaking, you're blind right now. Because there's no light source. You have no vision of any kind. You kind of run to the edge of where the light is and then kind of realize, I can't move any further.
Nope. I'm gonna head back.
Alright.
I don't know how. Like, where would I be?
You're basically 1 square off the edge.
Oh, okay. So 5. 30. I will move my distance here and kind of take a look at the doors.
Okay.
What can I kind of gather?
Make an investigation check.
I do have a little bit of
Or actually, I'll say perception instead.
Can it be Arcana? I do have I have better Arcana than I do Perception.
Are you proficient with Arcana?
I think it's my background that I get.
Yeah,
Oh,
proficiency.
sorry, I know that
Yeah,
you
so
mentioned
not
sure,
proficiency, but I do get like.
Are you skilled in it?
This would I look
She has a plus
No,
one.
it's just my like
Yeah,
my
so it's-
bonuses.
yeah, so-
I'm not proficient.
I mean, it's. I would say, given your background, sure, you can make an Arcana check on this if you wanted.
Okay, so 21.
21.
It's also
okay.
gonna like.
It was a natural 20.
It was a natural 20.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's say, yeah, with your background, the nobility side of things, you've seen
Fancy doors.
doors unable to be opened before. This kind of triggers a memory of that. No handholds, no key locks to pick of any kind, but the door itself, it is locked.
Okay.
Typically speaking, you would know that these doors can be opened one of two ways: with a keyword, essentially a password, or
This is
brute
right the
force.
answer.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be that. All right, that'll be your whole
It's my turn, yeah.
Doctor, you're up.
Cool. Did I get any sense of where the fucking the guy might
No
be?
clue. He vanished. Like technically, you didn't even see him.
Okay.
He was inside the sphere, and then you just hear a leaf go ah, and so he kind of appears beside her, and then that's it.
Okay, if that's the case, I am going to
Yeah, actually, technically speaking, right now you have vision on nothing.
Okay. I
There's
don't
no-
even see the skull.
Skull hasn't come up to the doorway yet,
Oh,
to
okay.
the slate yet. It's
Cool.
just you saw one of them explode, and that was it.
I see. So, okay, I am going to. How much movement would it take me to get to the ground using the rope?
It's half your movement.
Half my movement to get to the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get to the ground.
So yeah, so you would use half your movement to get to the rope, and the other half to get to the ground.
And I'm down here.
So yeah, so you're down on the ground at the moment.
Okay. And that would put me there.
We're almost done.
Has that thing gone?
Yeah. Cool. So I can see the doors, yeah?
You can see the closed set of doors, both Les and Delora standing in front of them, just kind of like looking at the doors, trying to figure out what might
I
be
would
a
have
way in.
said kind of out loud
Yeah.
what I.
So you would have
Yeah.
kind of heard Delora from underneath say.
Okay, 4 sore words, huh? Well, I got one of those.
Words.
Yeah. Please open, Mr. Door. No, I'm going to hit it with blast.
Hit it with Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, why
okay,
the heck
go and
not?
roll, roll attacks.
Yeah.
First attack,
That's 28.
28 hits, damage.
Now we're rolling. 14.
14, okay, second attack,
That's a 27.
hits.
And that's a 9.
9, okay, so 23 points in total. Good to know. So you fire off your shots, and just kind of, and you've seen it impact against the amber before, and it has exactly the same result.
Yeah.
The amber starts to splinter and crack in
Good.
a bunch of different
That's what I
places.
Hey.
Definitely appears to be making some kind of an impact on the door.
Good. Good.
All right, that's going to be your turn, Hope.
Seeing how that door reacted
Yep.
to the doctor, I'm
Didn't like me.
gonna make my way over and try and fuck up a door.
Fuck up the door,
Make
the
your
one
attacks.
thing we can't fuck up.
First attack,
If you stay real still, I'll hit you.
It blesses this. Blesses.
last
still.
round, yeah.
That's the last round.
Well, that
It's a
is.
door, so it might be.
That's a 17.
17 hits, damage.
Fuck yes.
How badly do we want to go into this furry?
I really want to personally, but
Because there's a big chance this might not work, so I might ask. If I can do
So
something.
Furry
I'm
might
just
also just get
gonna
fuck
use
out.
my 2d6. I'm
Yeah,
not
go for it.
adding. That's 6 plus. For God's sake, why did I move my cards?
Am I up next?
No, you're not a kill.
I'm sorry, I moved my cards and that was silly. That's a 12.
12, okay. Second attack,
We got a burn.
Ooh, that's a 27.
hits, damage.
That wasn't even with the.
No, that's
Yeah.
damage.
Ooh, that's a 17.
17, all right. A lot more cracks starting to splinter off, and you can see there's a very small hole that's starting to form in the center, and you're kind of catching a little bit of a glint on the other side. That's going to be your turn. Next up, we come to the creature. He is gone. What does he have left? Oh, he's just gone. Nope, he's not going to interact in any way. Next up are Flame Skulls. They're going to come into the area. They currently don't see anyone because you're all hidden behind that. They're going to hit Casimir.
Oh, shit.
well, you know what?
2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 hit points, but he got healed, so he's not down.
Thank
That's his
goodness
turn.
for that.
Bottom of the round, Casimir. He has no clue where anything is anymore. He's just frustrated and just got hit in the ass. He's going to duck behind a doorway.
He saw us all go down, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's ducking behind a doorway. He wants to get out of there.
This guy.
Top of the
Wanted to
round,
come, now he wants to
60
leave.
feet from him. Leaf, you're up.
Alright,
So you are bottom of the 10-foot staircase. And you saw him, and you can see the footprints start to trudge off into the snow.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Up there, out there. As soon as I see him, I fire.
Okay. So you take 10 feet up, and you see he is now riding a jet black smoky steed.
Oh, cool.
You mean a horse you could take?
He is within your range.
So, I want to just quickly question the wording of the spell dice. So Zephyr Strike was my last turn, but the duration is up to 1 minute,
Is it
and
concentration?
it is.
Yeah. So it just
So,
continues.
yep, once before the spell ends. So I used the extra 30 feet of movement on the last turn, but it says, here's the wording.
Yeah.
Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack on your turn. That attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage on a hit. whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of that turn.
Absolutely.
So I used the extra walking speed already, but can I still use the extra weapon attack since technically the spell's still on?
Check it.
It seems.
Oh boy.
And your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
We must
Once
get a
before the
fun
spell
new
ends, you
friend.
have some advantage.
This horse.
Yeah.
Whether
The
you
horse
still
turns
can
around and
see
starts fighting.
until the end of
I
that
wouldn't be
turn.
surprised.
So no.
No.
Yeah. So essentially what you do is you go, shit, I need to move really quickly, and you just
Yeah.
fire a bolt
I
where you
figured.
want to go, and you essentially run after the arrow.
I basically use that spell for the movement, not for the attack.
Yep.
So.
So you still do get your 2
You got it.
regular attacks though.
You got it.
How far away from me is he when he's on his horse? Is
When
he
he's on his
quite a ways
horse,
now?
his movement is starting to pick up. He's about 160 feet away.
160. Okay. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him. It's a bonus action.
Is it? What's the
That's
range on
con-
Hunter's Mark?
Oh, good question.
That's
I think it's
concentration
120.
as well.
Yeah, but Zephyr
Hunter's
Strike is
Smoke
over.
is 60 feet.
Okay.
60 feet?
Yeah, or for
90.
me.
90 feet.
Yeah, he's
so
outside
it's too
of
far.
Hunter's Mark range.
Okay. Then I'm just going for it.
2 attacks.
Yeet.
Roll your first one.
Shit.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm still blessed.
You are.
This is the last
That's
round.
it.
It's you, then less, then bless is
Yeah.
done.
I know.
Come on, you got this.
First attack.
Did you catch up?
23.
How do you want to do this?
You got one of them.
Yeah.
3 hit points.
Oh
Okay.
my god!
I just think about that guy's smug fucking face. The look on Casimir's face as I saw him and clocking that this person somehow was involved in all of the Dusk Elf women being given to
backbone.
Strahd in this world and what that means to me as like a drow woman. I'm just like, you're not fucking getting away. And just like narrow my eyes and fire and hit him like right between the shoulder blades.
Riding full speed, essentially ignoring everything behind as all the arrows were shattering off the walls beforehand, nothing impacting against him after your lightning strike. Not expecting anybody to be able to close that distance at that speed. He seems to almost be slowing down to like a nice trot to really start to get out of there as you just pull back a little extra further for the extra distance and compensate. And release the shot silently just whistles through the air and then just strikes him dead center in the back of the chest, and he just hits and his arms go a little bit limp on the horse. Head cocks to one side, and then he just slumps and falls to the ground with the horse vanishing underneath him.
Cool.
As he then crumbles into the ground, and red starts to stain and fall down the side of the hill towards the Amber Temple.
Oh my god.
And that's going to be where we wrap up this week's session.
Oh.
So,
Jesus Christ.
That was a dinger.
this is
I'm so wound up, you guys.
Yeah.
That was
Holy
so
I was like, that guy is
epic.
not getting
I fully
away.
got
Good.
chills.
That was more rough than when we fought the skulls the last time.
No, it wasn't because like many people went down the last time.
Yeah.
This
I
time,
guess so.
we were not so
this
harrowed.
time, just hope twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you not having a good time with it.
Dude, I got castrated so quickly. Just like, fuck you, you're not doing anything.
There will be an interesting thing that happens next time around that, though.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, that is where we'll wrap things up for this week. It's been an awesome session. Thank you, everybody,
Wow.
for sticking around.
Yeah. Thanks to our viewers.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I'm glad this whole map situation worked out really well.
This is
Made
great.
it really clear.
If you guys
3D?
can't see it though,
Yeah, you can't see it, but here, we can kind of make you see it now. Let's do this.
we'll get a
Better
third
late
camera
than
for next
never.
session.
Yeah, so I decided this is part of my 3D printing and a whole bunch of painting sessions. We've printed up a whole whack of these things, so we've got all of our different tiles here that we can use. A bunch of different areas and things, and I created some custom little minis. Like we had our Rahaden figurine there. So
Oh,
that's our
yeah, the name.
Dusk Elf.
Right.
Rahaden.
Okay.
Dusk Elf little
As you were
dude.
showing me, I was like, oh, I saw this one already. But no, you were just like,
We're showing the viewers,
Yeah.
our fans.
That's a 3D printed little mini, and it turned out really great. Like you can even see individual fingers. You got the curvature of the fingers, everything. I'm stoked with it. So, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for being at the table. This was a long time coming.
Dinger.
So
Yeah.
now kind of understanding.
It
a little
only
bit.
just begins.
Now, Jordy, when you say there was a glow emanating from the other side of the amber doors,
Yeah.
did you say
And
it's
not
like
a glow, a,
A
glint.
glimmer.
A glint. Okay.
Glint from the other
A
side.
glint of
A
Well,
glint
guys.
of coinage, perhaps.
coinage.
Okay. Well, I like those.
How about
A
sun?
glint of treasure, perhaps.
Sun?
Also good.
Sun?
So, we'll pick things up next week with you guys attacking the door to try and get
Yeah.
through that and see what's on the other side. But for the meantime, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you all for sitting at the table. And I can't wait to get back to session 2 inside the Amber Temple.
Temple
Alright.
Part
Cheers, everybody.
3.
Thanks,
Not much
guys.
night.
Bye. Thank you.